in a few weeks, but I'm gonna tweet it out.
And she's gonna tweet it out, and she said that live. Good morning, everybody. We're gonna wait for a few people. So I'm gonna just ramble till we get at least 3 people in here to talk. Anyways, announcements. First off, let me just say that I'm on the second channel because I was suspended again on YouTube on the main channel. This time, hate speech. Last time was bullying. This time it's I'm just a mean fucking person. Apparently, I bullied Jacqueline Glenn last time, which the funny thing about that was she even liked the video because I did, but they still said I bullied her. And this time I'm a Nazi. I'm a hateful son of a bitch.
It's because you have me on the show.
Yeah, so and I brought a German on the show, so there you go. It proves it right there in that show. But yeah, I have no. I don't know. I appealed it. They instantly denied my appeal, which is the only time YouTube ever is a prompt is when they're denying your appeal.
That's an automated response.
It
right?
is. It is. Yeah. It's an automated response.
Try pestering them on Twitter. That seems to work sometimes.
Yeah, I'm going to. I actually tweeted Trusted Flagger. He's the guy that helps people. He helps people get their channel back. Hopefully, he can help me. I don't know. I'm very frustrated because it hurts. It hurts financially. But anyways. Can't do nothing about it but sit here and bitch, and that's probably what I'm going to do most of the show. But we're going to move on and talk about who's on the show tomorrow. We got D, also known as Ad Friendly as Fuck, Frank from the Geek Room, and Marshall Manson. Wednesday, we've got Milwaukee Atheist, Landon Knoll, and Lunafish, my Lunafish girl. And the 13th, I have no fucking clue. But we'll find out later. So today we're joined by pretty awesome dude. I'm going to be on his show tomorrow night on Skep Talk Live, and that's his name, Skep Talk Live. What's up, homie?
I am super stoked about tomorrow. It's like getting to show off, to somebody that I, have been watching for a long time.
I'm like a showing tail here. I'm a rock.
Exactly.
I found this in my driveway. Yeah, and we're also joined by the lovely, beautiful Anna Hearts. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I didn't sleep very well, but that's nothing new.
That's because you were fantasizing about Brett Keane naked.
Who the fuck is Brett Keane?
You don't want to know. Also, we're joined by the beautiful, wonderful Captain Kirsch. How you doing? Kirsch. I'm sorry, Kirsch. How you doing?
Hello. Yeah, I'm sunburned as fuck, but I think I covered it pretty well.
Yeah, you look good.
I'm neon red underneath my foundation.
So I'm just thinking about underneath something else, not the foundation.
Oh God. Actually, it's only my back because I was surfing for 2 hours yesterday, so my back is burned and my face is burned and nothing else.
Do you surf a lot?
Well, every now and then. I live like 5 minutes from the beach. So.
Yeah, well, then you live like in an area where they do a lot of cool shit. I live in an area where there's nothing.
Yeah, I mean Kelly Slater is from around here, so he's one of the biggest pro surfers. So surfing is kind of a big deal here.
Cool. Yeah, dude. So, it's crazy. So that was your weekend, huh? Getting sunburned and having drunk sex with the professional surfers.
No comment.
No comment. Ah! That's awesome. And that was, by the way, that was also my weekend too. I got drunk and had sex, but it wasn't a professional surfer. It was a professional rapist.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
he surfed surprise sex, or
yeah. Well, I acted surprised. Let's say that.
Oh no, not again!
No, don't put it there. No wonder I get banned on YouTube all the time.
Well, you know, you keep making these kinds of jokes, and you quite apparently hate the Jews.
Yeah, I hate Jews.
Clearly.
I mean, those bastards, they can count. It's so ridiculous. What does comedy come to?
Comedy doesn't exist, clearly.
That is so sad. But you know what? You're right. It's gotten where it doesn't exist anymore. It's like there is no audience for people. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't get it. Comedy's supposed to be edgy. Look, there was a comedian, Patrice, fuck, I can't think of his last name. Patrice O'Neill, exactly. He said, and I'll never forget this quote. He said, 50% of the audience should be laughing their ass off, and 50% of the audience should be pissed off.
Yeah.
And he said how they act when they're pissed off is what counts. And I've used that fucking quote a million times. It's not the fact that you get triggered or angry. It's how you act when you're triggered or angry. That's what matters.
Well, we created a culture where it's normal and good to be triggered and angry, where it's expected from you almost to be triggered and angry, which I think is completely stupid, but that's kind of where we're headed.
And right, like as soon as you're triggered and angry, you can get up on your soapbox and be like, hold a big sign like, look how victimized I am. Everybody feel bad for me, as opposed to like maybe laughing at yourself and not feeling so bad.
Yeah. And hate speech. This thing about hate speech. What the fuck is that? Seriously. What? Go ahead.
Arbitrary feels bad. That's just what it is. Anything that can possibly make somebody feels bad, that's, you know.
So everything.
That's hate speech. Yeah.
Well, that's what the definition's been stretched to, yeah. And there's no actual legal definition, at least in the United States, as far as hate speech goes. Thank fucking God. So it is very subjective at this point in time what hate speech can even be.
It is. And the thing of it is, they should take that one word out of it. They should just say something else, because speech here in America is supposed to be free. It's supposed to be freedom. We're supposed to be able to do it. So if hate speech is a thing, it's still speech. And a skit, an obvious comedy skit should not be considered as hate speech. When someone, I mean, dude, I made a professional style video. I had I had my good camera there, black and white. I think I had music in the background. I'm not sure. And I was acting like an overly gay guy, like a really flaming gay guy with a blonde wig on and no shirt. All my extra. I was looking for something to lose weight, and I found Nazi size, and it was a joke. And it was like hell, heaven, hell, and throw the Jew in the oven. Throw the Jew in the oven. Okay, I get that it was edgy. I get that it was controversial. I get that. So what?
You can't forget though that this is hate speech defined by YouTube, not by law, right? This is a private platform, and they have their terms of conditions. So it's not actually censoring, or it's not actually not free speech, because as a private company, you're allowed to.
Yes, but it still is censoring. It's censoring on their side. They're allowed to do it, but it is censoring.
Well, it's not. It's not really censorship, because censorship technically is only by the government.
Censorship is technically a legal term.
It's a different thing, and I feel like a lot of people are confusing that and don't remember that YouTube as a private platform is very much allowed to do that, and is not actually attacking free speech at all. They
are, but here's the thing. I mean, no, I agree. You're exactly right, 100%. I've made this argument for that before, but
I agree it's stupid. I very much agree it's stupid, but I feel like it's very important to differentiate here and keep that in mind. Because we come back to the last thing, that the last time I was on here where, what was her name? Some dumb American.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
She was saying that we use YouTube as a utility, but it's still important to note that the internet and YouTube are not utilities.
I agree.
Private service.
Yeah, it's not directly controlled by the government.
I think it should be considered as a utility, but it's not. It's not. I think it should be though.
Minarchist intensifies. No.
Do what?
Oh, is it minarchist intensifies? No, don't, no government control, no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, at the same time, like, then technically, you can take it either way with that. If there's governmental control of the internet, either it can go the worst possible way and they censor all of the things and abuse the power of having control over the internet, or they apply the First Amendment rights to it and say, no, you can't do this to these companies. So
yeah, exactly, and I agree. But see, I do look at. I look at YouTube as a tool because it's how I make my money.
Right.
It's how I make my money. So when they give you a platform, they gave it, and yes, it's free and it's their company. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do with it. I completely agree. They have the right to do it. But like I said one other time, just because you have the right to do something doesn't make it right.
I agree to a certain point. It's just they don't have to give you this opportunity, you know. And if they take it away, technically you can't even be mad because.
Well, I can. I am.
I feel like you can be frustrated, you know, and on a personal level, maybe be angry, but you can't really be mad.
But you can't change overnight. Also, well, they can, but that's the problem. You give somebody a platform, you allow them to do this, right? You allow them to do these, and then all of a sudden, oh, I'm going to take it away. That sucks.
Well, I think that's the biggest problem with YouTube is that the every time they change like something in their terms of service or something in their policy, they're not that transparent about it. They're not that clear about it unless you go like search some fucking blog that they do that nobody pays attention to. Like they said at one point they were going to try and be more active with that and try and be more transparent in how they change things. But
and they're not clear what it's like feminism. The rules change every day.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's been happening since fucking 1989 or some shit. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't understand the world, and I don't understand YouTube anymore. So I'm just like, and the one thing that I refuse to do because I'm a comedian, right? I am a comedian. I do refuse to compromise my art because of their stupid rules. And
I'm sorry, but then you're just on the wrong platform because when you sign up for YouTube, you agree to abide by their terms and conditions.
Yes,
and if you don't want to do that, then you just have to you have to go somewhere else. That's just the way it is.
But when I signed up for YouTube, I could do this stuff that I'm doing.
But they keep updating, and they do send you information when they actually update the terms and conditions.
What we need to go back to, see, here's the problem. YouTube is letting pussies control what they do for business. That's the problem.
It's not really. Yeah,
I just want to make it clear that I'm not really defending them in that way. The only thing that I'm defending is that they're completely in their right to do all of
yes, and I, like I said, I completely agree with that 100%. And I love when you want to have the people with different opinions. That's what this is about. So no. And I didn't look at you as defending them and what they do. You're right. They do have that right. 100%.
One important piece of information to bring up about the current situation is that you were also hit from a retroactive video 2 years prior with no forewarning in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, that's another problem right there. Is they're going back in retro banning.
Yeah, that's a fault of the system. That's definitely something that like you should have some sort of
warning.
Like warning or something. There should be a warning system before there's just a hey, your entire channel is just not allowed to do stuff anymore.
Yeah, there should be
right.
Because everybody's not going every day and checking the terms of service, right? Because the terms of service are changing so much. We're not going every day and checking it.
Right. So you've got people who have been on this platform that have established themselves over the course of 10 fucking years. Like a video from 10 years ago that has some sort of what they could consider like hate speech or something like that based on terms of service now could be flagged and have you just fucked.
Tommy from the Bronx. He lost his channel from a video he did like 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. There should be like a warning system, like, hey, you have this video here that is against terms of service, and it's this old video, and it's
And don't get me wrong, I want to say this.
That requires people at the helm, though, and they have just computers doing all of their shit now. So
I support companies to do whatever they want. I do. Don't get me wrong. I don't want government to come in and take over, stuff like that. I don't want that at all. But what I just think that sites, and I know that it's not, but I know sites like YouTube and Twitter and Facebook are just different. It's a different world. Maybe we need to come up with something different. Some kind of different rules. I don't know.
Maybe. I just feel like that in the business world, it's not really that different. If you have a company and you produce a product, you have to constantly check the new laws and regulations to make sure your company is still abiding by the laws and regulations. And if it just randomly changes, it is your responsibility to make sure that you're up to date with it. And it's kind of the same with YouTube. If you make YouTube your job, it is your responsibility to be up to date with the terms and conditions. And I understand that it's annoying and a hassle, but I also don't really understand why people are screaming and bitching about it that much.
Oh, I understand. I completely understand why people bitching because
when they're just not doing their part of the job. It's incredibly frustrating, but I feel like you only have a certain level you can complain on if you're not doing your part. And most YouTubers are just not. They don't understand the business part of the whole thing fully, so they don't really do their part. That's my whole problem with this.
I can see that.
That's kind of why I've been off Twitter too, because it's so annoying to me at this point. For over a year, everybody's been screaming murder now, and it's just do your part of the job.
One thing to bring up, though, is that, in any other business, retributive action without any sort of communication is called a bad business practice, right?
Right.
And they do
there's some ground to be a little.
Oh yeah, for sure. YouTube is majorly fucking up by not communicating properly.
Yeah.
Of course, I
know nobody in any is thinking that you're defending some of the shit they're doing. You're just speaking your opinion on the freedom of a private company. I get that 100%. Here's the thing, like the retro stuff, the retro banning is the big problem here, because like a video I did 2 years ago, right? They changed the rules up. They didn't ban it 2 years ago. They ban it now. Okay, but here's the deal. It's like, okay, let me use an example. Like, okay, let's say take football, for example. Football season is back. Let's say that, because they change the rules every year. They make different rules every year. Let's say that they look at a game where a player did something 2 years ago and they suspend him for it. That's what YouTube is doing, and without giving any warning, without saying that, hey, maybe you need to go check this out. And that's the problem.
I understand your argument, but it's not really, because that video that you made however many years ago is still live on the platform and it can still be looked at. And if it's the kind of content that they decided not to show anymore, they have to get rid of it. It's kind of like,
but don't take me off the channel. Get rid of the video.
I'm not. Yeah, completely. Get rid of the video. Absolutely. But it's like you've been selling, I don't know.
I agree with you there.
You've been selling aluminum screws, and 10 years later, you're not allowed to aluminum. The German came out. 10 years later, you're not allowed to sell them anymore. You still have them in store. You have to get rid of them.
I agree with that. I agree. No. I 100% agree with it. But instead of just kicking me off the site for 3 months, just get rid of the video.
That's not okay. That is definitely a flaw in the system.
Yeah, I understand that part. Like, okay, like when the last time I got suspended, they suspended me because I had a link to my sponsor, which was Kratom, in my description. Yeah. Okay, if they would simply said, "Hey,
that's weird.
We don't support that. Can you take the link out?" I would have took the link out. But
that's not illegal in all of the United States. It's only like some states,
like in 3 states.
Union. So yeah, and mine's one of them. So like,
one of my friends got suspended for promoting CBD oil, which is basically a drug.
I heard about that kind of shit. Yeah, people were left and right were getting hit with that.
That's the problem. And with this, they're basically saying you can't be funny. You can't do comedy that's offensive. You cannot do offensive comedy, which is ridiculous.
Well, I think a good majority of that has to do with the fact that, and it sounds a little odd at this time, but I feel like YouTube is trying to move toward being a more Netflixy-like platform.
Yep. They are, and
in doing that, they kind of have to scrub a little bit because of the fact that like Netflix has the stuff that's not rated and stuff like that, and that's because that's a paid subscription service. But because YouTube isn't entirely that yet, and they're trying to attract the kind of advertisement that they need to be able to do that at this time, because YouTube has basically almost never made money. At least never for Google. Like they've almost always took a fucking hit, like making YouTube be a thing. And for them to attract like these advertisers and stuff like that, like all they're going to get out of people doing like the kind of like Nazi stuff where they're making fun of Nazis and stuff like that, the controversial comedy and stuff like that, like you're going to get alcohol advertisements and porn advertisements and Dollar Shave Club, and that's pretty much almost it.
Yeah. And that's okay. I'm okay. See, that's the thing I think YouTube should do is they should have a not safe for work category or something.
Or there should be a thing where you could like select that you're specifically in this sort of thing, like a 18 plus not safe for work selection.
Now, and I want to make it
or something like that.
I don't think YouTube wants the hassle of having to go through it and then looking what of that content is actually really harmful content. What are snuff videos? What is promoting terrorism?
Right. Yeah,
because
especially after they've already gone through that.
I think they just don't want to have to deal with that anymore at all.
And also now,
13-year-olds,
which I get.
The button
one of the
I'm over 18.
Yeah. One of the major problems I find with YouTube, and before I get there, I want to make it clear that I am not against private businesses doing what they want with their business. I want to make that perfectly clear. However, you can give advice or have an opinion on how they run their business, and I personally think that the flagging system needs to go because it's been weaponized. It has been weaponized.
It's been abused to shit. Yeah,
abused the fucking bag. Look, I don't know if this is what happened last night. I kind of got a feeling because I have a person that's constantly watching my content, constantly, and every time I do something, he flags me. He lets me know. See, now you get flagged. You could get flagged 100 times, and the algorithm may not pick it up. But that one time they may pick it up. If the algorithm picks it up, boom, you're gone. Yeah.
What did you do to piss him off that much?
This guy's
existing with some people.
This guy has actually showed up outside my hotel in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
That crazy fuck.
Yeah,
I remember you mentioned
this guy's contacted my mother. He is crazy stalker like. I want him to know that I know everything about him. I am not a doxer. I could fuck his world up. I have his address, his phone number, where he works. I have everything.
Oh, the internet was a mistake.
But I'm not going to do that. Even though he's a piece of shit and probably deserves it, I wouldn't do that to people, to anybody, because I know what would happen. People would fuck with, I don't want people fucking with his family because I have respect.
Yeah. You have principles.
Yes. And now, I'm going to be honest with you. I was so upset one time. I almost did it. I ain't going to lie. I almost dropped that shit. But then I was like, no, back up.
Yeah, but then you would be that guy that drops somebody's fucking docs and then...
Yeah, but that's the thing. And I don't want to be that guy. So I backed off. But this dude needs to know that I could contact the police. And he could go to jail. Because I have recorded proof of this motherfucker stalking me. I mean, he was outside. He was outside my hotel making videos.
Oof.
He's a crazy little motherfucker. And the thing that scared me about that was there was fans of mine there, right, to see me and to meet me and stuff. If he'd have came and like killed somebody or something, fuck. Because you don't know how crazy people act these days, man. Look at all these mass shootings and stuff. So that guy, I mean, I'm not saying.
You know, this one motherfucker that shot up this fucking video game tournament just because he goddamn lost. Like, that's how crazy motherfucker.
Exactly. And so it's not overreacting, thinking, hey, these people could get killed. So when I kind of kept those people sheltered. And if I knew he was downstairs, I would have made the people stay in the room and I would have went downstairs because he doesn't want to meet me personally. He doesn't want that, honestly. Because I'm not saying I'm a bad motherfucker, but I'm a bad motherfucker. I mean, I can fuck somebody up.
I don't doubt that at all.
Well, yeah,
I've seen a little bit of action.
Yeah, she's seen me throw a motherfucker out of a bar. I told Billy, I handed my hat to Billy, hold my hat.
Once you did that, we all went like, oh shit.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, what are you finna do?
The hat is off. Oh God.
Yeah, instead of holding my beer.
It's like the male equivalent of taking your fucking earrings out and your shoes off.
Exactly. I didn't want to hurt my hat, so I was like,
hold my purse.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to brag, but you know, in my younger days, I'm 40 years old. I haven't been in a fight in a long time, but in my younger days, I could scrap. So this dude don't want to, you know, but fuck that. I don't want to get all that. I don't want none of that. It's just I'm really upset right now because I'm going through some financial issues and all the money I make is through YouTube. Yes, YouTube has the right to kick whoever they want to off. I get that. But when it happens to you, it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm probably going to be moving to Twitch eventually as soon as I get this OBS shit working.
Can't you stream on both platforms at the same time?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a way to do that.
There's a bunch of different services that let you do that, and free services that let you just like click a button and it just goes on both. So Twitch, I find, tends to be a little more lenient with some things, but
they're strict.
Don't say faggot as much as I do on Twitch, because one of these days I'm gonna get kicked off.
And a guy can't even show his nipple on Twitch.
A guy can't show his nipple?
Nope.
Gender equality, fuck.
Yeah.
And also with Twitch, if you want to earn any money from subscribers or donations through any of the Twitch services, you cannot stream on 2 platforms at once.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, because I know there was a thing going around before where YouTube was fucking with people for mentioning that they were going to be streaming on Twitch in a YouTube video or anything like that.
But I think that was only if the video was only dedicated to redirecting to a different platform. Because that happened to my friend, and the problem was what they told him was that the video had the sole purpose of redirecting the traffic to another platform. They don't like that. If you have other content in your video, it's okay to say, "Oh, I'm going to be over at Twitch." So.
Well, when I'm on my comedy special on Comedy Central, I'm going to say suck my dick, YouTube. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fuck YouTube up because I will have a comedy special on Comedy Central one day. I don't know. Probably not. But yeah, the one thing
first you have to start doing the actual comedy circuit.
Well, not necessarily. Something's going on behind the scenes that you may not know about. Let's just say that. Yeah, let's just say that. There is people that's noticed me lately. Let's just say that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's not YouTube. It's not YouTube people. But anyways, moving on from that. The one thing I do like about Twitch is that you can stream other people's content. When you're not streaming, they can stream on your channel, right?
The auto
and I know that like if I do start doing the Twitch thing, Drunken Peasants are going to allow me to stream on their channel.
Nice.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. And so that, and you know, look, dude. I mean, like I said, I'm upset. I do have a second channel, this channel right here, and it's halfway noticed, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with it.
Can you still upload videos to the main Pimpmunk channel?
Yes. I can upload videos. I just can't stream. And one more thing that you said.
Well, just do like a promotional video or something like that, telling people that you can't stream, and then you'll probably be able to direct traffic over it.
I did that this morning. One thing I want to say though is because as a comedian, you said you need to do the comedy circuit. Okay, now here's the deal. When you say comedian, people automatically think stand up. Well, there's different genres of comedy, just like music. There's stand up. There's radio comedy. There's a lot of, and I get that because I get why you said it because most people think stand up when you say a comedian. Most people do.
But most people generally get their chops through doing the stand-up routine and stuff.
And the cool thing about it is I know a lot of stand-up comedians, and I'm getting and I have a hard 5. I do. But that means I got a 5-minute stand-up. I've got 5 minutes of stand-up down. Now, more than 5 minutes right now, I don't know. But I am an improver. I like improv. So
I did improv for a long time myself. It's really fun.
Yeah. But we're gonna do a lot of things. In Nashville in January, I'm going to be doing some open mic shit. So
nice.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a lot of people in Nashville. I would like to get at least 15 people at the house. Last year we had 11, so I'd like to get at least 15 or 20. 20 would be nice. Yeah, it's a good crowd. And if we do get that many, we may have to find a bigger house. We've already found one house, which is fucking beautiful. But we can also sleep in sleeping bags and shit like that too, you know. So I'm willing to, have a bunch of women sleep in the bed with me. And
surprise.
Well, of course.
Yeah. I got big old fat cracks. You can hide them underneath them. It's warm and stuff. But actually, I'm losing weight. I've been on a diet now for 3 weeks.
Nice.
And I started doing it because of my health, because I have health. See, that's another thing. A lot of people, won't you get a real job? Because I can't, motherfucker. I got health issues. I mean, right now, my legs. If you seen my legs right now, y'all would probably vomit.
What? Why?
Because they look like hamburger meat, basically. Honestly, I mean, I've got
issues walking and shit.
Yes, I've got what they call leg ulcers, and I've got on this leg, on my right leg, I've got about 10 of them right now. And they're raw as fuck, and it hurts. Stuff is oozing out my legs.
Oh,
that sucks.
Yeah, and when you have stress, it makes it worse. And I've been stressing a lot lately, so. But I'm trying to get the fluid. See, that's the crazy thing about me. I don't want to talk about this yet, but I will for just a minute. It's like one day you'll see me, and then a week later I look a lot smaller than I did. It's because I lost about 30 pounds of fluid. Because I retain, I get fluid, and I got a 30-pound hernia in my stomach. Yeah, so I'm not actually as fat as I look when I'm. Well, she's met me, Kirsten, man. You seen how my stomach shapes like a rocket?
Yeah.
It's because it's a hernia.
Yeah, that shouldn't do that.
Yeah, it might. But also, anybody who's touched me, I'm not your normal fat guy. I'm not squishy. I'm a solid, rock hard motherfucker. Because I used to work out constantly. I used to be a healthy guy. I used to play football. Used to bounce and stuff, so I had to stay in shape. But then I got really attracted to donuts.
Who doesn't? Though?
Yeah.
I can't even walk past them.
Yeah, that as far as like weight gain is with like a high fructose corn syrup type fucking foods and high fat kind of shit. That entirely depends on metabolism.
Yeah.
So, like, if your metabolism is, like, baseline kind of shit, when you're working out and stuff like that, like, you doing, like, football and working out and constantly being active, like, that's fine. But, like, as soon as you just don't do that anymore, all of that weight just goes, like, right on you.
And that's exactly me.
Real fast.
And that's exactly how my metabolism is. Because, if I stop exercising, boom, I'm huge. And that's what happens.
Somebody like me, like I have a hard time keeping weight on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's but and another thing is I lose fat. Which most guys can lose weight faster than women. That's a known thing anyway. But I lose weight really fast. I do. I don't know if y'all know this, but several years ago I weighed almost 600 pounds. I got down to like 250. I did that in a year and a half.
Okay, that's a good healthy pace. That's not bad.
Yeah, I did, and I got down to 250, but then my legs started fucking up. I got like 6 bone spurs.
Oof.
And I've got some kind of bone issue. I don't know. I got a new one that just popped up. So I had to stop exercising. I stayed on my diet until I got depressed about something, and then I started eating, and I gained about 100 pounds back. So
yeah, that depression eating will fucking get you. Man.
Yeah, well, it's a comfort thing, and it's you got to find something else. I have decided that I'm going to go on the pussy diet.
What's the pussy diet?
It's where I constantly eat pussy.
That's a good diet.
Yeah,
but I would also pair it with whole foods.
Well, it's got to be healthy bitches. It's got to be bitches that are healthy bitches.
Like eat some whole grain rice once in a while and pussy. Like,
so eat an Asian chick out is what you're saying.
I would say vegetables, not seeds.
Yeah, some veggies, like some broccoli that
so
was
eat a vegan
grown
pussy.
locally.
Like actual vegetables.
What if I stick a carrot?
Maybe a fucking Brussels sprout once in a while.
You can stick a carrot in her pussy and
there you go.
Yeah,
not down. That
glaze it with some pussy juice.
But no chocolate butt stars.
No chocolate butt stars.
Yeah.
Not even if they're nougat filled.
I bet Red Eye. By the way, I don't know if you know this. My old co-host, he had to retire because he can't do it no more. He's a pussy.
Wait, Red Eye is retired?
Yeah, he couldn't do the show no more due to some health issues, and I understand. He comes on Fridays now. On Fridays he's on. But I think he faps to you every night. I'll be honest with you. Since he's not here, I'm gonna tell the truth. I think Red Eye faps.
Oh, he's totally him.
He's
totally
in the chat. Yeah.
I think he definitely faps to you.
Red Eye, get your hand off your dick. Stop it.
I just read an article that men are supposed to ejaculate at least 21 times per month to keep their prostate healthy.
Well, I got a healthy prostate.
I also read something that said men shouldn't ejaculate every day. So
yeah, well, 21 days a month
that in the
isn't every
wild.
day.
Exactly, not every day.
Yeah. Now, but
Pre-society. Imagine that, right? Like you've got you've got hunter-gatherers wandering around. And I mean, like if it's a natural thing to try to do it 21 times a month, you've either got dudes who are just like at any time you could go around any corner and find a dude working it, right? Like because he's got his time.
I'm jerking off right now.
You never know. He's real stealthy about it, but
yeah.
He gets more than one chick.
You can be sure my man comes. Oh God.
Is that the noise you made? Because I might have to get you a clown wig.
Absolutely, that is the noise. Have you, dude? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not a player or anything, but I've been with a few pretty beautiful women, and I love the orgasm face. It makes the prettiest girls look ugly.
Yeah.
I like looking cockeyed and shit. Like,
have you seen those fucking screenshots from pornos where they're like so cross-eyed, their eyes are like disappearing?
Yeah, dude. Have you ever watched porn bloopers? Those are the funniest things ever.
Oh, they're the best. Thanks to being very acquainted with the YouTube Saints audience, we get Jeff Holiday occasionally doing
Jeff.
rabbit rooms where we watched just very cute kids films interspliced with fucked, and we get shit like that.
I love Jeff. I used to not like you, but I came to realize that me and Jeff share a very similar sense of humor, and we're like very much alike when it comes to humor. I like him though; he's a cool dude.
Jeff's a sweetie.
Yeah. Before we move on, there's one thing I want to mention. Most people know in November I'm going to Green Bay for my very first professional game, and I just want to say opening day was yesterday, and my team made one of the greatest comebacks ever in football history and won the fucking game. Aaron Rodgers. I got to talk about this.
Green Bay did very well.
He got hurt in the first half. They had to tote him off the field in a cart. They said there was people saying all over Twitter and everywhere like, "Oh, he's out for the season." Aaron was like, "Hold my beer." He came back in the second half limping on the fucking field and made one of the greatest comebacks ever. 3 touchdowns this motherfucker threw. He was like, "Fuck y'all."
Yeah, I had like 3 or 4 people on my Facebook feed. Goddamn, I still use Facebook that were like, "Oh my god, my fantasy league, this guy, he's out now." And then like an hour later, they're like, "Yes, no, he's back."
He's, I mean, he doesn't have all the accolades, the reward like Tom Brady has, or anything. If you know anything about football, but even Tom Brady, considered the greatest quarterback of all time, said if Aaron Rodgers had my offensive line, he would be the greatest quarterback ever. And what they mean, Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a great offensive line. That means blockers, right? To block, he gets tackled a lot because they don't have. This dude is fucking amazing, and I hope he don't get hurt. I hope I get to watch him play and have the experience to say I watched that man play in November, because I'm going there in November to watch a game, and I'm so excited. You may even notice I changed my Twitter icon. It's my face with a Green Bay sign behind it. I am a hard, and people ask, how did a Mississippi boy become a Green Bay fan? When I was little, my biological father lived in Green Bay. I started cheering him for that reason, and then I became a real fan over the years. So that's how that happened.
I got a friend up here that's like a real huge Green Bay fan, and that's even weirder when you get into Connecticut. Like,
yeah. Well,
like
Green Bay's
up here like the Patriots, and it's like, why?
Yeah. Green Bay's one of those teams, though, kind of like Dallas, like where they got fans everywhere. Because they're one of the oldest. They're the first Super Bowl champions ever, So it's a historical team. And going to that field, Lambeau Field, is the most historical field. And somebody asked, why would you go in November where it's so cold? That's what you're supposed to do. That's the whole feeling of it. Yeah, I want to suffer. I'm suffering right now, but thanks to you two fucking faggots. Oh, I mean, penis holders from mouth.
Penis enthusiasts.
Are you allowed to say penis, or is that in now on YouTube too?
I don't know anymore. They changed the rules so much. Maybe. I swear it's like
masculine genitalia enthusiasts.
It might have been okay 2 minutes ago, but now it's not anymore.
Exactly. What wave of feminism are we in now? What, 17th?
Oh, 400,000? I don't know. I don't even understand feminism. What is feminism anymore? What are we fighting for?
Well, first and second
happened to feminism? God damn.
First and second wave feminism, awesome, right? Everybody, I believe most people can say that. First and second wave.
It had its issues.
Yeah, but it was pretty good.
It had its purpose, though.
It always was issues. Every movement has issues, but they actually had goals that really meant something.
They had reason. That's and purpose. Purpose. And now it's like, what the fuck are you even fighting for?
Now we got all the rights that we wanted, and we won the rights that we wanted to get, and now it's just like, oh, this dude looked at me on the street.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that happens. Yeah, I walk outside and get beeped at sometimes. Is that a feminist issue?
Yeah, can you believe catcalling is now illegal in France?
Yeah.
What?
I know
France.
I know women who actually like catcalling.
I love it.
Say exactly.
I think it's hilarious.
I don't work out and diet and dress myself and do my hair and put on makeup for nobody to notice. I mean, yeah,
I walked to the fucking liquor store looking like a goddamn mess, and I get beeped at, and I'm like, all right, if that does it for you, shit.
But I'm glad Kirsty said women do work out and wear clothes because they want to. I mean, that's what it's about. It's so stupid. It's like I honestly, I don't know if I told you this, but one of the episodes you were on, I made a couple of comments talking about how beautiful you were. Nothing. It wasn't even the normal perverted comments I make towards you. It was like somebody said, "Why do you keep telling her she's beautiful? She doesn't need that from you." I'm like, what?
What? I need that from everybody. Sorry, but
I mean, that doesn't make sense.
No problem with compliments. Compliment all of the people that you like. Please tell them that you think they're awesome. Like, do that more.
One of my favorite things is to give random people compliments in the street, and they always say light up. They get so happy. It's nice. I just made this person's day.
I used to do that as a regular thing when Facebook was still a bigger thing, where I'd be like, hey, comment on my status, and I'll just post on your wall a thing. I'll compliment you in a way that I feel is appropriate. I
read on Twitter a few weeks ago, and I was insulted by this. someone it was hot people, all good looking people, and they were saying that if you're, I don't know, and here's the thing, attractiveness is subjective anyway, right? But they said if you're not attractive, you should not tell an attractive person that they're attractive.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, it's fucking strange. And I'm like,
I'm sorry, only pretty people may tell me I'm pretty.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, and also we only wear pink on Wednesdays, and you can't sit with us. Like, what the fuck?
And and we all know beauty is subjective. Like, what I may find someone to be beautiful, and I'm one, I like flaws on people. See, I don't know why I'm weird like that. I think flaws make people beautiful, and but it's so weird how people think these days. Like, you can't tell me I'm pretty if I don't find you attractive. Well, how the fuck am I know if you find me attractive or not?
That's excuse me, that's ugly shaming, and you can't tell these people who are not necessarily conventionally attractive that they cannot tell you that they find you attractive, because that is actually undermining their rights as a human. So
it's so weird, dude. It's so weird.
People just don't have real problems anymore.
They don't.
Right.
They have to create some kind of bullshit they can worry about.
But that's the thing. There is a lot of issues out there.
Oh yeah, there's actually a lot of real actual issues. And
you can't read about them as nicely.
No, you can't get to those. Go ahead.
We are literally burning the earth down, and yet people need to find new things.
Oh, apparently, I was taught in my oceanography course in college last semester that global warming has nothing to do with humanity. Yes, I was taught that in college. It's
Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Well, it's not called global warming anymore. It's called climate change.
Yes,
global warming. Okay, climate change absolutely does somewhat happen on its own.
Yes.
But
we do accelerate it. Have made it worse.
Yeah, it's like, okay, there's a fire. There's a little bit of a fire there. We got a bonfire. We don't need to throw gasoline on it, and that's what we're doing. And we are fucking it up. And anybody, I mean, science proves this. I don't know why. I don't see the argument of how people get. Science has proved it already.
Yeah. Like I said this a while ago, where I was just like, back when I was a kid, when we didn't have like the internet proper, people said like, oh, there's a hole in the ozone layer. And we're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a bad thing. And then the internet happened and we went, scientists.
It's only a
Earth is flat.
Only a theory. It's only a theory.
Right.
It's only
that is my trigger phrase right there. Holy shit. I hate that so much.
I feel you, my dude. Holy shit.
It's only a theory.
This baseball player said that when he takes off in a plane, it looks flat to him and not round. So Earth is flat. I think that was a football player, actually. But anyway.
I think it might have been, yeah.
It was a sports dude, and he said Earth is flat.
Sports ball guy says Earth is flat, so I say Earth is flat.
And I always get tickled because I've always got a planetary scientist nearby. His name is Landon Knoll. He's in the chat room right now. And I always like when I'm like, dude, I know what I'm talking about. He teaches me. He's just, this is what he does for a living.
This is somebody who's smarter than I am, and he does this for a living. Like.
Dude, there's this NASA YouTube channel, and it streams the ISS flying over Earth all day, every day. It's all it does. When you hop in there, the live chat, there's always flat earthers in there. They always say, oh, this is a fake stream. This is not really happening. Always, every single day. Every time I go there.
I actually watch the NASA
channel. Just watch it go over Earth.
I actually watch the NASA channel all the time. I do. I love that channel. I love those channels. I like the safari channels with the animals. I love those fucking things. It's just like, how can, and I know you said that was your trigger, that it's just a theory. They don't get that. They don't get what a scientific theory is.
Well, they don't get the difference between scientific theory and the literary definition of theory. Like,
yes, exactly.
Totally different things.
Yeah, I always like to use the one, where gravity is a scientific theory.
Well, if they're going to do that, then I'm going to do the same thing with the what was the term that I decided to do that with? Systemic.
Yeah.
Where instead of using what they're using as the term systemic, I'm going to use it in the biomedical sense, where systemic means like endocrine system, cardiovascular system, stuff like that. So, like, when did the heart get really against the Jews?
That's a good question.
I like the gravity of it. It's just a theory. I'm not really this heavy. It's
right. I'm about to demonstrate the theory of gravity as I put you to the fucking ground. I get so fucking mad.
Yeah, I've used that argument a lot, the whole gravity thing. Here's an argument that, well, it's not an argument, it's just stupid because it really isn't. You know, you've noticed paintings of Adam and Eve, right? There's a lot of paintings out there. Why do they always paint a belly button on them?
Oh, that's a
good fucking point.
I've always, you know, like, why are you putting a navel on them?
They'd be fucking like Adam XY. They wouldn't have shit.
Yeah, they weren't born. They didn't need a navel. What the fuck? I mean, seriously. I mean, it's just paintings.
That's just projection of the artist, though.
Yeah, fucking fucks with me.
Can't question the artist. The interpretation is,
I'm gonna ban them because I don't like it.
I did a version of Adam and Eve where they had like a skeleton overlay, and Adam had a broken spine and cracked skull, and Eve was ripping her heart out and handing it to Adam.
That's pretty cool, actually.
That sounds cool as well.
It's still on my YouTube channel, though. Drawing progress.
And you know, I just want to read the stories where Eve fucked Cain and Abel. Because my
favorite interpretation of that entirely is where you throw Lilith into the mix. Like, it gets entirely fucked up when you throw Lilith into the mix. That's why I love the Jews. Like,
Lilith was an evil bitch.
I haven't actually read the Bible or anything, so I have no idea what's happening.
The Bible is...
The power used to go out occasionally when we get storms up here, so I had some time.
I've read the Bible. I used to preach, right? So I read the Bible 12 times front to back. That's how many times I read the Bible. And still don't understand half the shit. But
I have one in my nightstand, but I've never actually opened it.
But the crazy thing is, like, when people read the Bible and they're like, well, this don't make sense. Well, the Bible is poorly written, by the way. You got to understand, it is poorly fucking written. It is not. I hate when people say, well, it's a well-written book. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not a well-written book.
From a writer's standpoint, no, it is goddamn not.
No, it's poor. If you've ever read another book and then read that book, you can't say that that's well-written. It's just not. Is there good stories? Absolutely. There is some stories in that Bible that are very intriguing. Very intriguing. I love the story of the potter. I love that fucking story where he destroys he tells him, you destroy the clay, then build it back up into your, I love that story, but it doesn't make sense, but it's a story. It's a good story. It's not well written. It's not. But I never know. But I will tell you, the stories do intrigue me. That's like, I piss people all the time off. I piss them off all the time when I say, because I think it was a good movie. Passion of the Christ was a good fucking movie.
I haven't seen that. I watched Noah though, and that was a crappy movie.
Well, see, but here's the deal. This is what you got to do when you watch movies. People, like, a lot of skeptics take it so serious, and I understand that. But just separate the religion from the story, right? Just take the religion out of it and watch that movie as just a movie. And I think
it's not a good movie.
No, I'm not talking about Noah. I'm talking about Passion of the Christ. I've never seen Noah.
It's boring as fuck.
Passion of the Christ it's hard to watch because this man Jesus is getting beat and skins falling off of him and shit. I mean, but it's a well done film.
So it's like Game of Thrones style, basically.
Yeah. To me, it's a well done film. A lot of people disagree with me, tell me I'm stupid, but it's just because they hate religion so much.
I just remember the uproar around that movie. Everybody was talking about it for like a year.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. I watched it like last year just to watch it, and I thought it was okay. I mean, I don't have, and you know, I can like what I like, but I think it was a good film. I thought it was a good film. Yeah. Speaking of good films, I've been recommending this a lot, but I do want to do it because I am passionate about this now. On Netflix, there's a film called Leaf of Faith, not leap, but leaf, like a leaf on a tree. A Leaf of Faith. You need to watch it. It's about kratom. There's parts in it where you're starting to, you may even start to say, oh, wait a minute, kratom's bad, but there's a whole, it makes a full circle. And it's such a good, there's a crazy bitch in there who's trying to get kratom shut down, and she's proven wrong.
I love movies like that.
It's really good documentary. You know, there's even stuff I learned about kratom that I didn't know, and I thought I knew everything about kratom, but there was some stuff from the documentary I learned. It's a really good film. It
reminds me. Good films. A couple days ago, I watched Peppermint in theater. That was pretty good. I don't know if you heard about it.
No, I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
It's from the makers of Taken, and I forgot what else, but it's a pretty good movie. It's this woman, her husband gets shot, and then she fucks everyone up.
She fucks everyone. I like how you paused. You paused from everyone.
I paused too long, huh?
Yeah, you went. She fucks everyone. I was like, oh,
she had Pimp's full attention there.
You did for about 3 seconds there. You had me.
I'm sorry. There's nothing sexual in there at all, but there's this one scene where
what the fuck?
I think she's yelling at the dogs.
Oh.
There's this one scene where she has this guy nailed to the table with his hands nailed to his desk and blows his whole house up. It's pretty cool.
Damn, that's crazy. Next year, the release of there, I don't really go to theaters that much. I just wait and watch them on Amazon or Netflix, whatever. I do every now and again when I get intrigued. There is a movie coming out next year that I know I'm going to be in the theater watching, and that's Zombieland 2.
Oh yeah,
hell yeah!
I want to go. I'm even thinking about when I find out when the release is, like go to a certain city and find a bunch of fans to go with and watch that movie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I love that fucking. I love the first one. The first one was awesome. And I've been waiting. How long ago was that? Like what? How long ago did that come out? That was a while back.
Oh wow. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like 6 years.
Yeah, that's unusual.
That long?
Yeah, it's unusual that they wait that long to make a sequel, but apparently they had a lot of like issues with the cast or something. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, I love that movie. The Bill Murray thing was fucking hilarious.
Oh wow, Zombieland came out in 2009.
Damn.
Oh wow, almost way longer than 6 years.
Wow. They usually don't wait that long to make a sequel. So that's pretty awesome.
But wait, which one was it where they waited forever? The Split. That one actually ties into that without the glass, that movie, and it was like what, 15 years or something?
Right. Unbreakable,
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I just had like a bug on my hat.
Ew.
Anyways, for the ones who are coming in that don't know, I am on the second channel again. I did get suspended again. I'm sorry about that, but they YouTube, fuck them. Unbreakable was a good movie.
Yeah, that was really good.
They made a sequel to it.
Split.
I didn't never seen it.
Watch. Oh my god, you gotta watch Split.
Expanded universe basically, and then they're tying it all together.
Well, I guess we gotta wait for the next one.
Wait, is it done by M. Night?
I don't remember exactly. I just remember that I watched Split, and then at the end you find out it ties into Unbreakable.
Oh.
And I was just sitting there like, no way. And I went back and watched Unbreakable again. Oh
yeah, but is it done by M. Night Shyamalan? That's what I'm asking. Is it?
Let's look it up.
Because I hate him.
So it looks like Unbreakable was, Split was, and
I know Unbreakable was
called Glass.
Yeah. What is his name? Shyamalan.
I call him Shamas crap.
Shambhala.
Look, he's made a couple. Okay, yeah, Sixth Sense was good. Unbreakable was very
Split was just really good.
I haven't seen that one, but now most of his movies are horrible.
Well,
like Signs.
Oh,
that was the dumbest fucking. Look, the only thing that could kill these aliens was water, and they go to a planet that's mostly water.
I haven't watched that movie, so I usually don't watch scary movies, so I've never seen Signs.
It's just dumb.
But
I saw that shit in the theater.
And Village,
it wasn't even worth being in the theater.
The Village was okay.
That
was horrible.
No, horrible film. It was a horrible.
That was the worst movie ever.
It was okay. Like the last movie from M. Night Shyamalan that I can say I actually enjoyed. Was fucking Lady in the Water, and that was entirely because of story. That was not the movie itself.
I didn't know that one.
I haven't seen it.
I thought it would have been a good story if it had been done better as a film. But it's M. Night Shyamalan, so
yeah, and I think
it could go either way, I guess.
Yeah, he did this shit with Will Smith's kid too. What was that name of that movie? Him and Joe.
After Earth.
Yeah, that movie. Yeah, Jaden Smith. That movie.
If your eyes aren't real, how are real, Jaden?
Yeah.
That's from the same director?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That was a pretty bad movie.
That movie was fucking crap, dude. Like I said, most of his movies were shit. And there's another one he did with Mark Wahlberg. I can't think of the name of it. What was shit. Wasn't The Happening or something like that, but what was the name of that?
He did do The Happening.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it was it. Was it Mark Wahlberg in it?
Yep.
Okay, that's a sucky fucking movie. It's horrible.
Yeah. Yep.
It's pure fucking crap. It's pure fucking crap, dude. I cannot stand him in most cases. Now, like I said, Sixth Sense was brilliant.
Sixth Sense was pretty good.
I loved it, and
it was well executed. It had a great original story. Like,
and
but then after that, it was like all goddamn downhill.
Yeah, and Unbreakable was very good.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah. I haven't seen.
It's kind of slow, but it's also a very old movie.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I haven't seen Split, so I will watch it.
I highly recommend Split. I really like Split, and I also recommend Peppermint if you like strong women.
I like
strong women.
I like strong smelling women.
I'm usually not a big fan of Jennifer Garner, but I think she did a very good job in this one.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, I only watched it by accident. I was never supposed to watch it. So.
Yeah. Now, also, there's another one coming out that's being made. It's a new Scarface being made. But now, luckily, they're doing it like they should be doing it. They're not making the Tony Montana character again. Good. Well, see, a lot of people don't realize that Scarface Tony Montana was actually a remake of I think it was 40s or 30s movie called Scarface. It was about Al Capone, basically. About it, and then the Cuban gangster. Now they're going to be doing a Mexican gangster. So
never even seen Scarface.
Yeah,
I've never seen Scarface, but I've seen enough like memes and references where like I get.
It's the greatest movie. It's my favorite movie of all time. I mean, it's just I've seen that movie probably.
Oh, are they gonna? It would be really cool if they did one on Scarface, like a Scarface type movie based on Pablo Escobar.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wish they would make a good movie about Pablo. They got a good series on Netflix that covered him. That's pretty good.
Which one was that?
I can't think of the name of the damn show now. It was good, but now they moved on to another gangster or some shit.
Mm.
Yeah, what was the name of that movie? That show. God damn it!
I still have to finish Breaking Bad.
Oh, Breaking Bad's awesome.
I think I'm like in the 3rd season.
It is great, and it ends perfectly. Yeah. Let's see, Countdown to Death, Pablo Escobar.
No,
that's not one.
Right now, I'm watching a show called Power. It's really good. I'm on the 5th season. It's really good. It's put out by Stars, and I'm watching it on Prime. It's really good.
I've been catching up on Adventure Time because it just ended.
Yep.
And I watched the ending after having been not watching the show for what I didn't realize was 4 years.
I mean, in the chat they gave me the name of the show is Narco.
Narco.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The first 2 seasons, I do believe, was based on Pablo Escobar, and now they're moved on and doing something else.
Pablo had a kind of an interesting life, and that's one of those kind of things that you totally make a film or a series out of.
He was a mean son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That dude was mean. He was a boss though. He created his own prison.
He did. I didn't
He
know
was
that.
kind of a sociopath, which I dig that for characters in fiction.
Yeah.
But then you realize that person wasn't actually a person, and then you're just kind of appalled a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I'm appalled right now at Skep Talk Live's face.
Yeah, well, I mean, when
But he
you're
has
this
such a nice
pretty,
background.
It is.
He really does.
It's very newsy.
Yeah.
Is that just a green screen?
yep.
No, he's got an
I'm gonna have to get
actual.
myself
He's
a
got
green
an
screen.
actual
That's
floating globe behind
Should have
him.
put mine up. Next time I'm going to put my screen up.
He went and bought a giant floating globe and put it behind him. It's not a green screen. By the way,
because that's the thing.
for the ones who don't know, tomorrow night on Skep Talk Live on Twitch, right? I will be a guest on the show. I have agreed to be a guest several times and didn't show up. I don't think
We never actually cut a date.
Yeah, we never set a date. I never, booked
Going
the show.
by the Wizard of Claus model there, that I agreed to show up, but
yeah,
sure.
we never said it, so I never stiffed him or anything, basically. But tomorrow night I will be on the show, so it should be fun.
Sweet, I got something to watch tomorrow.
Make sure y'all guys check. I will tweet it out tomorrow and everything. So make sure you check that out. It's pretty cool, And so we're at the second hour. We're a little bit past.
Follow you on Twitter.
Yeah, you don't follow me?
No, skeptic.
Oh, skeptic. I'm gonna say, woman, what's wrong with you?
Of course, I follow you.
Follow. If you tip, I will read your messages at the end of the show. Please tip. Because, I'm trying to make an internet bill because I'm way behind on bills right now.
Send Pimpmunk money so he doesn't die, please.
Yeah, and I need to make the internet and I will die.
He will actually die.
Yeah.
Literally.
So
he will literally die.
I got a stream go of $100, so hopefully we'll make it. At the end of the show, I'll read your tips. Also, I got to announce this. The Nashville trip is we're working on the details and stuff, and I will be sending those details out soon. So if you'd like to make the Nashville trip, stay tuned because it's going to be we're going to set it up to be awesome. We're going to take a karaoke tour of Nashville. There's like a party bus, and you get on there and you sing. It's called the Sing Along Tour. We're also going to take
awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. It's got alcohol in the car and everything. You get drunk.
I really wish I could come.
That sounds really awesome.
Yeah. And then we're also gonna do a riverboat tour, which I love riverboat tours. Fucking love riverboats. I'm gonna do it at night because riverboats at night are the best. Fucking love it.
Up here, all we got is the Connecticut River, and it's not even that impressive of a river.
Yeah. And we're going to do a lot of cool stuff. I'm going to set up a lot of things. And just like last year when we did it with Myrtle Beach, every night we did like something at the house. Like, we had our scientist, Landon Nova's there. He's going to be here this year doing Nashville. He gave a presentation. And it was professionally done. He had a fucking screen with all kinds of shit. It was really good. It was really cool. Really cool stuff, and he did. It was very fun. And then I also did at the end of the trip. I did an improv night. Everybody put a scenario in a hat, and I did the improv.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was pretty fun. So we're gonna do some stuff like that, and you're gonna go, Karish. You're gonna go.
I really don't know if I can.
We're gonna do it.
I just put in an offer for a house, and
It's not gonna be that much money.
I also have to go to Germany, visit my family.
Your family doesn't. Your family doesn't need to see you.
Yeah, my grandpa's not doing well. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I know.
But we're gonna try to get a bunch of people there. It's gonna be a fun trip. And we're also like we're gonna do is for the ones who can, we're gonna throw in extra on the house, and like for somebody who don't have exactly the amount of money, we can help them out a little bit and get there. We're gonna try that because last year there was a problem with 2 people who couldn't make it because of that, and so I want to help people.
Yeah,
but I will. Yeah, but don't. But I will say this: don't show up if you're not a fan of mine, because it makes no sense. It makes no sense because that's what this trip's about. Last year, somebody was there and he never even watched my videos.
Now, I don't know who you are, but I want to party.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. But this year's going to be way more party than it was last year. Last year was more of a laid back trip. This year, we're going to do a lot of party shit.
I need to go.
Yeah. We're going to party like it's.
I'm going to grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
You should start some merch sales, Pimp.
Yeah, I gotta
get some shirts going or something.
I actually do have a couple shirts. I just never promoted them. And they're
what platform you got them on? Is it the TeePublic or Teespring? Teespring. Okay.
They're shit shirts.
I would recommend doing. Goddamn dogs downstairs. I would recommend doing TeePublic, because TeePublic occasionally does random sales, like site wide. And you could promote the shit out of that. Be like, hey, like my shirts are $14 as opposed to like the 23 that they usually are. Hey, come buy my shit. Like, you get a little bit of a thing going there.
Well, I tell you what I regret, and I regret making those videos public again last night.
One thing I could tell you with merchandise though, nobody do Rage On, because Rage On. You have to make like $50 to be able to cash out your shit. And for anybody who's small like I am, like you're not going to make $50.
Well,
don't do Rage On.
There's a couple of ideas I have for sure. I want to do a morning wood shirt. I also want to do like a really good cigguras shirt. I'm going to make money off that shit because everybody likes cigguras. I also do want a Howduello shirt. That's my new word, by the way, is Howduello. It's howdy and hello put together. Howduello. Howduello. And I'm so stupid. I'm an idiot. She puffs that thing hard.
Yeah. At least you're a lovable idiot.
I am a lovable idiot. I'm a lovable idiot.
And you can be an insufferable idiot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm just a big cornball dude. I like. I like people to laugh. That's what I like, and that's why I'm so upset about the other shit. Because I'm not a fucking, I'm not. I don't do hate speech. I do comedy. Fuck off.
You're a Nazi.
Pimpmunk doesn't actually.
Why are you still trying to defend yourself? You're obviously a Nazi.
Yeah, I am a Nazi. I am definitely ad friendly as fuck says he'll make it. He did. He actually made a shirt for me back in the day. He is actually really good at that stuff. So I maybe get him to do that. That'd be cool. Yeah, there's 3 shirts that I want to make. I want to do a better pimpette. I had a pimpette shirt. But see, everybody thought I was saying pimpette, but I was saying pimpette. Pimp's pets. That's what I was saying. Pimp pet. And I spelled the shirt pimp pet, not pimpette. And they were like, they don't just say pimpette.
Why are we here?
It's just people being intolerant of your culture. They can't understand the accent, and they just.
That's like I used to say. Yeah, I used to say I want to get some sticky on my dicky, right? I would always call it sticky pink, the vagina, the sticky pink, and people thought I was saying stinky pink. I'm like, why would I want a pussy to stink?
Nobody wants.
Some guys are into that.
I want sticky pink.
I'm not going to kink shame anybody, but as somebody that's also into vagina, please don't.
Yeah, vagina smell. If it smells, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's generally indicative of a health problem, and you should probably see a doctor.
Or just not very well taken care of. Do you know, the guys would know that, but sometimes you walk into a public toilet stall and you can smell the person who was in there before you can smell their vagina. It is the most disgusting thing ever.
Especially if you've been to a metal concert, like, fuck.
Oh god, yeah, there's a lot of stinky vaginas at metal concerts.
Yeah. And I've heard people say it smells like tuna. Let me tell you something. If a pussy smells like fish, she needs to go to the doctor.
She needs to see somebody about that. If it smells like anything other than pussy.
Yes.
Because pussy does have a distinctive smell.
It does.
It does.
It is very it's personal. Like each pussy smells different. But like if your pussy does not smell like your pussy,
yes,
see a fucking doctor.
I like when
if it smells like fish, if it smells like copper, if it smells like anything, like see a doctor.
I don't know what it is. I'm sure Skep Talk Live can back me up on this, but when a female says pussy, it's just awesome. It's the most awesome thing when a woman says pussy to me. It just turns me on.
I can say cunt, but I think you only get one of those.
No, say pussy. I have ejaculated 12 times when you kept saying pussy. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Good for you.
It's awesome.
I hope you got a lot of tissues in your lab, right?
I got some toiletry paper right here.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Okay. There you
go. That's my little cum.
I hope it's the Charmin extra strong.
Yeah, because I got 3 testicles, so I do a lot. When I jizz on a girl, she looks like a fucking Jackson Pollock painting. Let me tell you.
All 3 of them are functional, or is it?
Yes. And so here it is. Here's the deal about the 3rd testicle, right? I brought it up this time, so it's okay.
You always bring it up every single time I'm on
most of the time talking about his 3rd nut.
Seriously. Most of the time people bring it up first, then I talk about it. I'll see somebody talking about it in the chat room, but this time I brought it up. But here's the deal. There's only 200 recorded cases of a 3rd testicle, and the working testicle is even rarer than that. Most of them is not a working. I am a working testicle. I have 3 working testicles.
Oh, so you should be one of those motherfuckers that back in the tribal days, you would just be having all the babies.
Yeah, and see, here's the thing, and I'm a manly man. I have a lot of now that I'm getting older, I'm starting to lose testosterone, but I've always had a lot of testosterone. So yeah, roar, roar.
Angry and fighting dudes and acne.
Yeah, I was one of those motherfuckers. I still have acne. I'm 40 years old and I still got acne.
Oh, I still break out too. I'm 30.
And see, the thing about it is, when people think it's ball, it doesn't really look like that. It actually looks like I just have a huge sack down there. It's all a little bit bigger sack.
So it still sets like there's 2.
Yeah, it looks kind of like this too, but the 3rd one is smaller.
Oh.
And it's kind of up in there. And it kind of But if you get down there and investigate, you can find it.
I'm good.
My ex-wife, I'll never forget the first time she found it, because I didn't even tell her. And she was like, "Wait a minute, something's weird here."
Surprise!
Surprise! Yeah. It's not cancer. It's a 3rd nut.
Yeah. That's the funny thing. Sometimes people try to argue with me. Like, you don't have a 3rd testicle, it's a tumor. I'm like, dude, I know what I've got.
Because
I've been to the doctor, motherfucker.
Yeah. That's how that actually happened when I was a baby and my uncle was changing my diaper and he said, "Good God Almighty, this boy is born to bear," or something like that. And she said, "What?" He said, "Look." And so they tell me to the doctor because they were worried. Doctor said, "Ma'am, your son was born with a 3rd testicle."
Well, good for you.
Yeah, I like my little.
If you ever want children, you'll definitely have them.
That's the thing. I never wanted children, but I never wanted children, and and it makes me sad because my mom's here, and my mom really wanted grandchildren, but I never wanted children.
You still don't want children?
No. Well, see, here's the deal. I'm the last male in my family, in my biological dad, not my real father's in the other room, but my biological father is somewhere in Kansas right now. I'm the last one to spread that name, and I don't want to do it. Fuck that family. No, that's not the reason I did it. It's just for a long, maybe now, but I think I'm too old now. But I would have made a good father in my 20s. I would have loved my kid and all that, but I would have been a bad example.
I don't think 40s is too old.
Yeah, maybe not. And that may still, but
not for guys at least. Yeah. I think with women in their 40s, they start encountering like biological problems. But for guys like in their 40s, you're basically fine, and I would say you're probably the most mature that you're going to be.
Yeah,
as far as a parent is concerned.
Even with women these days, it's mostly safe to carry a child even in your 40s as a woman.
Yeah, it's more safe.
Well, now, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it may happen. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen, but in my 20s and 30s, I was really fucked up, right?
I feel that shit.
I wouldn't have been a good father. I would have, because see, I didn't actually think I was gonna make it to 35, because I honestly thought somebody was gonna end up shooting me.
Oh, I didn't think I was gonna make it to 30. I thought I was gonna fucking deep throat a fucking 12 gauge before then. Like,
well, see, I was a thug, right? I was a thug, and I did not think that I was, I was gonna make it. I just did not see a future. Because I had a lot. Dude, I fucked up a lot of things in my life in my younger days, and I was crazy. I was, in the industry of narcotics and stuff like that. And I was pretty fucked up. I did things for money that I shouldn't have done. The only reason
you sucked dick for coke.
No. I let's just say I broke people's bones for money. Yeah, I was that motherfucker, and it was bad.
I sold a bit of weed. I get you a little bit.
Well, there was something that happened. One of the things that happened in my life that changed me up because really bad stuff, and not that I hurt anybody, but it was just something crazy. And then my mother came to me because I almost died of alcohol poisoning 3 times. I was more of a drunk than I was anything. Alcohol was and I wasn't even an alcoholic.
Dying from fucking alcohol poisoning is like the bitchest move in the world. Please don't.
Yeah.
Amy Winehouse style, dude. You can't do that.
Dude, I was trying to drink myself to death. That's the thing. I didn't like wake up craving alcohol. I just drank like an alcoholic. I drank. Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah. And I was trying to piss somebody out, get them to shoot me or stab me. But then I realized that I had reasons to live and stuff, and I moved on. But that's the reason I chose not to be a father, because I'd have fucked that kid up.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of times people who have been through shit like that actually make the best parents.
Now, yes. Now I'd be a good father. Now I'll be an excellent father now, because I love kids.
I'm an amazing aunt. I would say I would tell you I'm a terrible mother.
Yeah. The aunts. See, down here in the South, we say aunt.
Well, I'm from Connecticut, and we pronounce that correctly. So, aunt.
Yeah, no, you do pronounce it correctly. You do pronounce it correctly, but we just say aunt.
Yeah.
So aunt's wrong.
Yeah, aunt's wrong. It's aunt. It's supposed to be aunt.
It's aunt. There's a U in that word, so it's.
But no, I think both are acceptable.
Florida's fucking up my English.
I think it's both acceptable. It's just dialect.
Both are acceptable as far as the American English vernacular is concerned, because there's several different versions of it. But if you want to get the closest actual Queen's English version of it, it's going to be aunt.
Yes. Now, a lot of black folks in the South say auntie.
Auntie.
Auntie Clarice.
But that's like a cutie kind of thing, though, isn't it?
It's just dialect.
Like mommy or daddy.
No, auntie is like a way black people say it.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think it's trying to be cute. It's just the way they say it.
Auntie, well, yeah, that goes back and forth up here. Like we don't really see that as sort of a race thing. That's just whatever you decide to say.
Yeah, it's funny. I love how I love the different ways we say things and stuff. I think that's so interesting. I say people, a lot of people see. A lot of people in America want to make fun of the Southern accent, but in other countries, the Southern accent is the most loved accent.
The Southern accent is actually the closest thing to the English accent that the United States can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is what I've read, at least. The southern accent is the closest pronunciation, at least, that the Americans use to the English accent.
I didn't know that.
Because the southern states held on to the English accent longer than the northern states did. And up here, we grammatically are more correct.
Yeah.
But pronunciation is not necessarily the most correct to the original British English.
I think the only place where they actually talk correctly in America is probably out west in California.
Well, we've got an interesting thing forming over here. We're getting our own accent, and there's been some really cool paper documentation done on it. And as a thought experiment for it, if each of you could tell me what it is that a chicken lays, right?
Egg.
Okay, so the big thing about what one of the documentation things that I was reading was that in Seattle, Oregon, and a lot of California, or sorry, Washington, Oregon, and a lot of California, it becomes a pronounced egg. There's almost no E in it.
And up in the Northwest, up in the Northeast, we say egg.
Egg.
Mm-hmm.
Egg.
That's how we say egg. In the South, we say egg. Egg.
Egg.
Yep.
Now we put a little bit of law. We put the egg instead of egg.
The emphasis, because I love linguistics. The emphasis is actually on the G.
Yeah.
In the eastern sections, we say egg.
Egg.
As opposed to egg.
In the South, we put the emphasis on E. Egg. Egg.
That's what people here do. Egg.
Egg. Yeah. Well, we have that drawl. Southern people have that long drawl. And
yeah,
see,
so
my accent is weird.
You're emphasizing most of what you're saying.
Yeah, my accent is weird though, because I grew up. My family was white, so I picked up the white Southern accent. But all my friends were black, so I picked up the black Southern accent, and it kind of meshed together. And I have a weird accent. I don't sound like most Mississippians. I have a weird accent.
Like you say Mississippi, otherwise it would be Mississippi or something.
Yeah, I say Mississippi. Yeah, man. I kind of shorted off a little bit. Mississippi. Mississippi. I know it's Miss.
Yeah, you say it like I would say it.
It's Mississippi, but I say Mississippi. And most people think I say Mississippi because I said it one time on Drunken Peasants that way. So apparently I say that every time now.
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Mississippi. I said that one time as a joke. They said, "Where you from?" I said, Mississippi.
I feel like that would be Texas that would say it that way.
Yeah. But now everybody thinks I say it that way for some reason. Because the internet believes anything.
Of course. Anything on the internet's true.
Yeah, because they honestly think I say cigguras. I have never said that in my life until Paul said I said it.
Cigarette?
Cigarette. I'll always say cigarette. Yeah. But now I say it as a joke because it's a meme about me and I don't give a fuck. I like memes. Let me tell you something. If you become a meme, that means people are noticing you.
Sure.
Yeah, like look at fucking Review Bro. Like he just got 1 million subscribers not that long ago, and it's all based off of that one video where he said like, "Hey, my day is ruined" or whatever it is.
Yeah, I love that shit. So I like it when people make memes. I mean, I don't give a fuck.
I love to be memed. I've memed myself.
I'm memed a lot, dude. I get memed a lot, and it's fun, and it's great. I mean, it's like the thing, right?
If you can't laugh at yourself, then like
I say, I memed to myself.
I can't tell what the fuck your actual personality is.
My appearance that I do is a meme of my. I do. Okay, people call me catfish because the way my goatee shaped. They think it's an insult. It doesn't grow that way. I shave it that way for comedic effect.
What? It doesn't grow that way? Oh my goodness.
But people look at it and say, and they think they're insulting me when they talk about. I'm like, okay.
They call you a catfish.
Revelation about your beard has just shattered my reality.
Yeah, and it's like everything. It's like, Dude, I took a page out of Jake the Snake Roberts' book. Jake the Snake Roberts is a professional wrestler, and I think professional wrestling has the best psychology in the world, any kind of art. I do. They know how to work an audience. They know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can shit on professional wrestling all day.
Yeah.
But god damn, do they know how to put on a show?
They know.
They know what they're doing. They know how to manipulate an audience.
Exactly. And Jake the Snake said one time, he says, once you step behind the curtain, everything you do should be a part of your act. If the way you flip your hair, the way you. So I took that as when I started doing YouTube videos. Like everything I do is going to be a part of the Pimpmunk character. Well, people, I guess I'm really good at it because people think this shit is real. They think the Pimpmunk character is real. They think John Crawley and Pimpmunk is different. It's different. It's a character.
Yeah, I get that same thing. I really do. Like, even as small as I am, I still get the same fucking thing. I
do use the character though as a defense mechanism. Like when I meet people and I'm a little nervous, I go into Pimpmunk mode. Because Pimpmunk ain't scared of shit. John Crawley is scared of shit. So I use that.
I feel like a lot of people can't differentiate that way. A lot of people don't understand that YouTube or Twitter is not really the actual person.
Exactly. It's like when you meet.
I tried to explain this the other day that the internet is not real life.
Yeah.
And more than one person tried to say to me that the internet has infected real life too much to call it not real life. And I keep telling these people no.
But no,
that's
I kind of agree with that. I kind of agree. I kind of agree that the internet is part of real life now.
Oh, it is undeniably part of real life. Yeah. But
I'm definitely not seeing my social media though, and that goes for like 98% of people.
Yeah, okay, Karen. When we were at VidCon, right? You met a lot of different YouTubers, and I met a lot of. A lot of them are nothing like what you see on their video.
The majority of the people that I met when I went over to California were actually a lot more reserved.
Yeah.
And a lot more sweet than they actually are.
There's a few that are
on the internet.
There's a few that I see that are a lot like me. I'm a lot. I'm me. Jeff Holiday is kind of a lot like he is, but now he's also.
Yeah, Jeff is one of those kind of people where he basically tries to present himself.
Yeah.
Right. No, first time I met him in real life.
Go ahead.
First time I met him in real life, I thought I was watching a video. There was absolutely no difference to me.
Yeah, no, Jeff is basically himself.
But most of them are very socially awkward, to be honest with you. A lot of them are very socially like one of the most socially awkward.
The first time I met Chris Raygun, when I met Chris Raygun, he was
a midget,
super reserved, super kind of awkward about things, didn't know how to deal with meeting a new person.
Yeah.
Granted, he kind of knew who the fuck I was.
He's funny,
but at the same time, he's just really kind of pulled back. As opposed to somebody who like Jeff, where he is just who he is on the internet.
I feel like the funniest part about Chris is that he's getting better at doing the public thing and actually meeting people in real life, but he gets really quiet and reserved, and then he throws out a joke really unexpectedly, there he is.
Yeah. Now what? Yeah.
So funny.
Which I can totally get that because I'm the kind of person myself where I tend to pull back in a social situation and try to gauge how that social situation is going to go and how much can I get away with.
Yeah.
In this social interaction.
I throw myself full force.
Can I say nigga? Can I say faggot? Are these people going to get mad?
Yeah.
Or
well, see, that's something I like to do too. I like to make people uncomfortable. But I throw myself full force.
When I'm really super goddamn drunk and out in public, I love fucking with people.
The first time I met Karish, But like the first time I met Kish, right? She walks in. Me and Ben have already been at the bar for a while. Drunk. We were already fucking loaded by the time they showed up. And when she came in, I was like, "Hey, girl, how you doing?" Never met her in my fucking life. And then it's just, but her and Barbara, we kind of clicked off the bat. I love that too. You know, she got my sense of humor and everything. It was pretty cool. But now the first time I ever met TJ, right, the Amazing Atheist, I was went to LA. We was going to do that me and Paul kissing on stage thing and everything. And here's the deal. I wasn't nervous about meeting TJ, but TJ was the one that actually inspired me to do videos, right? He was the first person that I got into, and I was like, okay, I want to do this because I see. So I was kind of, you know, I was like, I'm meeting the guy who kind of inspired me. So I was a little bit nervous, I guess. But Galen, who knows TJ very well, said, look, TJ's different. He's different than what you see on video. He said, what you do is
awkward.
He said, what you do is you insult him. I was like, what? What, you fucking stupid. I'm not going to just walk up to the man and never talk to him and insult him. Well, anyways, I was there. We walk outside. I was smoking a cigarette, and he came out. And I just looked at him. And I was like, I'm okay. I'm about to, it's going to either work or not work. I did what Galen told me to do. I looked at him and said, yeah, you are uglier than me. That's the first thing I ever said to TJ. He busted out laughing. We started talking. And now me and TJ are friends. And I will say this one thing that TJ said to me that night that I'll never forget, because it was a guy that inspired me to do videos. We were talking, and I said something about, well, I think I make pretty good videos. He turned around. We was in an Uber car. We was in an Uber. He was in the front seat. He turned around and said, no, Pimpmunk, you make great videos. And when he said, I was like, oh, shit. That made me feel, you know. So me and TJ are buddies and stuff now. And that's another thing that I wanted to get to is like, when TJ makes an insult about me, it's boys fucking with each other, right? I do it to him all the time. But people take it
seriously. He's an all right guy in general.
But TJ has such an audience. A lot of them believe that what he's saying is real. Like if he makes an insult,
I've been watching TJ. Goddamn hiccups. I pre-banana.
Yeah.
Like I've been watching TJ. He had like thousands of followers.
I don't even know Kirsten knows who the fuck we're talking about.
And no idea.
She does. Amazing Atheist. You ever heard of the Amazing Atheist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who we
back when he was the Amazing Atheist. He's been Amazing Atheist for a very long time. He tried to switch over to just being TJ on YouTube more than once. It seems to be sticking.
Yeah.
But
he's back to the Amazing Atheist now.
Yep.
No, well, but you know, I'm subscribed, but I don't necessarily pay attention.
Yeah, I understand.
He's excuse me. Seems like a goddamn hiccups. He seems like he's an alright dude.
Yeah, dude.
Presents himself in a certain way, which I get that's for comedic effect.
Yeah.
But not necessarily everybody gets that.
True.
Because autism, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
but yeah.
If you can't get that TJ is kidding.
Yeah.
In a lot of his videos, and a lot of the jokes that he does.
Yeah.
That I don't know. I don't get you as a person.
Well, I mean, that's just the way
I've been watching him for a very long time, and even though I've been like, if I just started watching him like 2 days ago, I would still get that with a lot of his content, he is kidding.
Well, yeah, but
he's presenting a sort of characterization.
He's really
himself.
He is really good at sarcasm. And people sometimes don't get that. Like me, dude, I'm pretty good at sarcasm and satire. It really is. It's like I made that video one time called Trump is Jesus. But it was an obvious fucking satirical video because I had bloopers at the end of the fucking thing, right? But there was a site that got a World Hip Hop Report, not World Star Hip Hop, but World Hip Hop Report. They got a hold of the video and was like, this dude's, he's racist, conservative, and all that, and had all these people just fucking bitching me out. And it was liberals bitching.
Conservative?
No, it was
really?
Me. No, it was me. It was a video about me. Yeah.
No, you're not your typical conservative.
No, I'm just
rebel flag.
I'm me. I am just me. I do not say I'm a conservative. I used to say I was leftist, but now I'm so ashamed. I am so ashamed of the left. I don't want to consider myself a left.
I feel that shit.
I am so ashamed of the left. So what I do is I'm in the middle, and that is one road that's hated. If you're not right, if you're not black, white, right, or left, then you're bad. And
really? I didn't know that.
Oh, dude, you can't be in the middle. You can't. Not in this world. Not in America.
I'm kind of in the
middle. Centrists are the ones who aren't doing anything.
Goddamn centrist.
Yeah, centrists. Yeah, you can't be that. No, fuck that shit. They don't like it. And I'm okay with that. I don't care if you like me. I like what I like, and if I agree with a Republican, I'll say it. If I agree with a Democrat, I'll say it.
Right.
It's just the way. And this whole fucking you're an atheist, so you have to be this way. What the fuck is that shit? Atheist is nothing. It's nothing. I hate this whole atheistic community. Fuck yeah. There is no atheist. Oh.
I didn't even know it was a political thing, being atheist.
They've made it one. They've made it one.
Apparently, goddamn it is.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And it's fucking crazy. And when I went to that one convention, it was a skeptic convention. See, and that's another thing. When you say skeptic, people automatically think you're an atheist. Well, that's not true. There's skeptics who are religious.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. But I went to this. Right. I went to ApostaCon, which is basically an atheist convention. But I was so out of place there because they were so far left, and I'm not far left. And there was like everything is racist and sexist, and I'm like,
oh God,
I wish I could see a black pussy right now. That's what I was thinking. And,
yeah, I'll tell you what.
I like black.
Having the name Skeptalk Live, right? I have a lot of people who show up in, say, one of my live streams and start trying to argue with me about God, and I don't care. Let's debate flat Earth. Let's yell about JFK.
Well, that's the whole thing, right? Is that YouTube like 5 to 10 years ago, like between 5 to 10 years ago, was skeptics meant atheism debating Christianity.
Yeah.
Like, that's how that was. But if you try to take, like, skeptic as an actual word, like, how it actually is in concept, at least. Not necessarily definition, but concept, at least.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that you're just, like, religion versus non-religion. No. It just means you are skeptical of ideologies.
Yeah, and
which does not always mean religion.
Yeah, exactly. And you brought up how they used to be. Now I'm gonna tell you something. The way YouTube used to be is like, okay, you making a video, I make a video about your video. It was counterpoint. It was basically a video debate. I love that, but now you can't do that because if you do that now, they either dox you, they try to get you fired, try to flag you,
copy strike you.
It's SJWs from both sides, and I'm sorry, but like. SJW does not mean leftist. SJW means a reactionary, oversensitive, stupid fuck, basically. And that can be right wing or left wing or however you want to like divide your people.
Absolutely. I agree with what I'm saying.
Would make like good. As an example, Vigilant Christian Mario would be under that classification of SJW, right?
He is so gay. I mean, seriously, that dude needs to just. I think he's miserable because he's in the closet, but an obvious faggot. He's sad.
Milady doth protest too much. Kind of so thing.
Gay. Yeah, he is so gay. That boy sucks dick. It's just
honestly, anybody that bitches too much about anything, look at them and ask them whether or not they are that thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, anybody who bitches too much about racism, ask them whether or not they're actually racist, because they might be.
No, bro, that's not
anybody who is like a homophobe. Like they seem to be a homophobe. Like to they probably are.
But I'm going to say this again. And I hate to say this, and it seems so silly to say it, but the only person on the planet it's okay to make fun of is the straight white male. It's it is. Nobody bitches about that. Nobody bitches.
They're starting to.
Well, they should now because we're
I'm
picked
gonna
on.
go by the Robin Williams model and say that it's okay to make fun of Canadians because they're generally okay with it, and Nazis, like actual ones, actual Nazis. They're fun to make fun of.
Yeah, everybody's fun to make fun of.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can make fun of anybody. Make fun of everybody. No, absolutely. Take the piss out of every single person on the planet.
Yes.
Because if you can't laugh at yourself,
even dead babies,
then what the fuck?
Dude, I'll make a joke about a dead baby. I will. I don't give a fuck.
What's the difference between me and what's the difference between a Porsche in my garage and 1,000 dead babies?
What's that?
I don't have a Porsche in my garage.
There you go.
There you go.
But the thing is, my point wasn't about the straight white male. My point was that, the straight white male is looked at as he's an evil person. He really is. Because there's people even saying if you're straight, then you're automatically a homophobe, right? I mean, that's the way people think. If you're white, you're automatically a racist. If you're male, you're automatically a sexist.
Okay,
I agree with that.
I'm going to give you my bisexual perspective. Anybody who is bisexual in a heterosexual relationship is automatically looked at as heterosexual.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
I feel that point. Because the majority of the people that I have ever dated have been male.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. But it's like being called a homophobe because I won't date a transgender person. It's bad. Like people bring up all the time. Well, do you not think Blair White's attractive? Yes, I do. But when she pulls that dick out, no.
To the point where you can't even be gay. Like being gay on the most radical sense. The most absolute radical sense. Being gay is misogynistic. Because being an actual gay person, somebody who is male attracted to dick, is apparently being misogynistic.
Clearly.
Because trans male who has a vagina biologically is not in your wheelhouse. Like that somehow becomes misogynistic.
That's crazy.
Because intersectionality. This is where third wave feminism went off the fucking rails and gave birth to fourth. Like they went into the intersectionality and the dwarkenism like so fucking far that it's gotten so loud and so fucking ridiculous that you can't even have like personal sexual preferences anymore as any kind of person.
How dare you not want to sleep with every single person on this planet?
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously.
It's
personally, as the kind of person I am, like, as long as I find you attractive, I'm fine.
Yeah,
but that's not everybody. Not everybody has that sexual preference, and science kind of tends to dictate that is a little genetic.
Yeah.
Just a tiny wee bit.
Yeah, I mean, look,
don't you think that
go ahead.
Sorry. Don't you think that you're shaming certain people if you're not having sex with people you don't find attractive?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like I have an issue with the ugly shaming. Yeah. I made that a thing before. Yeah.
What if you don't want to sleep with your siblings?
Oh, I mean that's
incest shame.
That's kinfolk shaming.
I'm good.
You're a kidist.
What if you don't fuck your parents?
Well, you should. I am my own grandpa. Yeah. But anyway, but this whole thing that like Riley J. Dennis came out with a video a while back saying if you don't date a transgender person, then you're transphobic.
It's such bullshit.
It's so stupid.
Riley's a bit much for me.
Yeah, I've gotten several debates. Say, people always want to bring up like very attractive transgender people. Like, well, you don't think this person is attractive? Yes, I do. I think they're very attractive until I see their dick. When I see their penis,
you're not into dick.
Yeah, when I see the penis, I'm turned off. I mean, that's just it. I like vagina. And
even if they transition forward,
you should pull out the kink shaming argument.
Now you just brought up with a full transition. Post-op, I may date one. Honestly, they don't have a dick no more. I don't like dick.
You're not into dick.
I don't
which
even
is fine.
A date post transitioning.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't like.
I'm transphobic now.
Yeah, you're a transphobic asshole bigot.
Oh man.
The only thing that I tend to worry about is whether or not if I go to like eat out a trans woman's pussy.
I've never seen one.
Does she feel that?
I don't know.
Because if she doesn't feel that, then I'm wasting my time.
That's a good question.
According to my research, yes.
They do feel it.
Yeah, if there's like if they got the nerves going in there and they can actually feel like some sort of pleasure out of what I'm doing,
they should, right?
Then fine. Yeah.
I disagree with what you just said. Watch the world burn. I completely disagree. Riley is not a very attractive autistic woman.
Riley Dennis, like, she started looking all right, and then she got those giant fucking obnoxious glasses, and then...
But she's got an Adam's apple the size of a bowling ball.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't give a shit about that.
Well, I do. I do. And then, you know what? That's okay. That's like when you see me, I got a big ass fucking fat ass gut. You're not attracted to that. Fine. That's good. I'm okay with that. Right. I mean, why the fuck should we trying to dictate who people fuck is ridiculous. That is ridiculous, man.
That is absolutely ridiculous to me.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, if you really think about it, it's bigotry at its most. They're trying to tell, they're calling us bigots, but they're being bigots because they're trying to tell us we can't be what we were born to be.
That goes into the lady doll protests too much thing to me. Like you complain about this thing, and that's because you actually are this thing. Like every time you get into this super duper right-wing conservative anti-gay whatever and they end up getting exposed for getting their dick sucked in a airport bathroom with a dude. It's almost the same thing. It's projection.
Now, and I also want to say this before we go: the most annoying person on the earth is a fat woman, and here's why. Because they're
yes.
The first off, they're hypocrites. They're very hypocritical. Because you never see a fat girl defending fat guys. You never see that happen ever.
No, absolutely not. No.
And here's the thing: you ever notice people who complain about fat shaming is never a fat dude? We don't give a fuck.
Most fat dudes don't.
Fat guys don't really care. Because I mean, it's just the point. Nobody has to. And should everybody accept everybody? Probably, but nobody has to. I hate the fact that you're trying to dictate who we have to accept. I don't have to accept you at all.
By tribal culture, as far as like human actual like interaction is concerned, you don't have to accept shit.
No. Now, should you?
There's a difference between accepting and really loving it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing about it is like, okay, you cannot accept something and still be nice about it, right? Like I'm using this as an example. I love gay people, by the way. I'm just using this as an example. Let's say I don't like gay people. I don't want to be gay. So it doesn't mean that I'm a bigot or a homophobe. It just means I don't accept being gay.
I mean, you can also, I feel like accepting is, there's just a difference between accepting and being tolerant of somebody doing their own thing and like being aggressive about it and publicly saying,
well, that's what I was trying to say. I was trying to go there, and I'm glad you brought up the word tolerant because that's what I was trying to go for. Tolerance. You can, tolerance is different than you can tolerate something and not really accept it.
Well, there's okay. I'll give you the two extremes. Either you can accept gay people as being a thing, or you can beat the absolute shit out of every fucking faggot that you can.
That's fun. Nah,
Like, you can roll over gays, or you can just accept that they are an anomaly in your species.
Yeah, but it goes back to the fat chicks. Fat chicks are stupid.
Generally, and I would say that tends to be.
I gotta say, I hate white males.
You hate white males?
I got stood up by one 2 days ago. I hate them now.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing about fat girls that makes me mad. It's like they automatically
self-righteous.
Yes, and like I made that video about that fat chick that did the cover of the magazine, right? Look, I'm okay. I think I think she's pretty. I think she's very pretty. But it's okay for her to be fat and be a model. I'm cool with that. What the thing that I don't like is like you have to, accept it because the lie, the big fat. I did a video that was kind of the big fat lie is like I'm healthy. She's presenting herself as a healthy person, and that's just untrue.
No. Well, I said before in a previous stream that we did that this individual, she doesn't necessarily represent fat people.
No.
Like as far as what I have seen, women who are actually fat don't see these people that have skinny faces as representative of.
Well, that's like the true Scotsman. You're not the true fattest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get the no true Scotsman with that one.
Yeah,
but at the same time, like you have, at least here in the United States, like the majority of fat people have, fat features, like fat chins, fat features,
double chins,
and then you have this super duper fucking absolutely Photoshop motherfucker on the cover of Cosmo trying to shill fatness.
Remember that Nicole Arbor video, Dear Fat People?
Yeah.
I actually loved it. I thought it was
hilarious. No, it was not
funny. It was actually genuinely funny.
It was not funny. And that's where we're going to disagree. I don't give a fuck she made fun of fat people, but that was not funny. It was badly done. It was so...
delivery could have been better.
The delivery was horrible.
Absolutely could have been better. As far as comedians are concerned, as somebody who has done like improv, like horrible. The delivery absolutely could have been better.
And here's what her problem was in the video, in my opinion. I don't give a fuck because I made a video about this. I don't give a shit she made fun of fat people. I make fun of fat people when I'm fat. But the thing she did is in the video, she talked about how great she was, right? And then she made fun of people. You got to be relatable, right? You have to be like, if you what she should have done is like made fun of herself about something and then make fun of but because then she's relatable. Then, but like if you you brag about yourself.
That's the thing about comedy. It's tragedy plus time.
Yeah,
and if you
she just came off as insulting, not as humorous.
If you can look at yourself as a piece of shit first, as far as comedians are concerned, if you look at yourself as a piece of shit first, then you can kind of export.
Well, she's always been bad at that.
Yeah, she is bad. And
if you look at yourself, if you get like that sort of narcissistic sort of look at yourself, like I'm not the worst, but you are, then you're not being funny anymore.
And
you're
exactly.
Judgmental.
Insulting. You're being insulting. And that's and the thing about it is she and the joke the people say funny. That was how many times have you ever heard a fat person on a plane joke? It was so it was overdone.
Fucking forever. Yeah.
So I mean, I took it for what it was. I didn't give a shit. She's making fun of fat. I don't give a shit if you make fun of anybody, but it's just how you do it is why. The reason it was so unacceptable is how she delivered the video. That's it, in my opinion.
I feel
by
like
the way, she hates me. She hates me.
Hates you. Of course she does.
No, she blocked me on Twitter and.
Well, for one. Your actual video cuts sucked. Like they were the worst cuts. Like you could have actually edited that better. If you had another person doing that for you, fire that person because they didn't do it right.
Yeah, she even talked about me on a talk show she did in another country. Yeah. She didn't like me. She don't like me.
I saw her on several talk shows defending herself. That was even more funny to me.
Yeah. She on a talk show she did. I think it was in the UK or something. She said there's this one very overweight Southern guy who, and she was talking about me, and she blocked me. And I know she's talking about me because see, there was a friend of hers at the time. He was a friend of hers, and he was a very good friend of mine. She fucking hated me.
I thought the whole thing was hilarious.
I think she's a cunt.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
But but I think she's all right. And I don't have a problem with her personally, but she don't like me. But I don't know why. I'm a likable guy.
Because she can't take it. She dishes out, but she can't.
That's it. I did a video that was very popular against her, and it pissed her off. This is back when YouTube wasn't fucking with me, and I would get thousands and thousands of views. And but that's over with. But yeah,
is she still around?
I'm gonna tell you right now, my most viewed video is a shitpost. So
my most viewed video is a video called "The Big Fat Lie," and it was on World Star Hip Hop. It was on the front page of Reddit. It was everywhere, and it was a good video. It was a good video. It was about fat people lying, saying I'm healthy and shit like that. And I got it was more of a serious video, not a comedy video. And the one point that I like to, I've always made, and I'm gonna make it again in that video that stood out to people was a lot of these young people that are saying I'm healthy. It's because you're young. If you're 24 and you're fat, yeah, you feel healthy. But when you're 40 and fat, it's not healthy. It's way different, and you have to, it's way fucking different. And so, yeah.
I feel like there's also different kinds of fat. I mean, there's being fat. You can still eat relatively healthy foods and still be fat. You just have to eat a lot of them. Or you eat like those super high processed shit. And that is just, if you don't have the nutrients at all, that's going to fuck your world up.
Yes, as a human, as you get older, your metabolism does actually slow down. Yeah. So when you get to close to 40, if you're really concerned about that, pay attention.
Yeah.
Be concerned about your diet.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to eat like kale and
fuck kale. Oh,
fucking like chicken with the goddamn skin taken off. Like you don't have to actually do that. Like that's not necessarily a thing.
Yeah. Right.
But you have to pay attention to what you eat and the quantity that you eat.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that you have to eat like super small portions of all the things, but pay attention to what you're eating in general.
Yeah.
If you're really concerned about your actual weight loss or anything like that past the age of 30, I would say see a doctor about it. Like they'll help you about it. They'll help you with it. But otherwise, like, if you're trying to do it on your own, like, veganism is not necessarily the best thing for you. Vegetarianism is not the best thing for you necessarily, unless you supplement well.
It really
very fucking well.
When it comes to nutrition, it really depends what your body is like. It also ethnicity plays a role in it because there are
absolutely
absolutely gain faster and need a little bit of different nutrients, but there are so many nutritionists now because it's such a big thing, and it's fairly easy to get access to a basic nutrition plan and just
go see an actual doctor.
I've been I hit 300 pounds about the time I was 30, and then I started deciding, and it wasn't all fat. I mean, a lot of muscle doing.
Oh, dick.
Muscle weighs more than fat, so there you go.
I have incredibly large caloric requirements to operate, like just to be alive. So I have to be super careful not to overeat, but I have to eat a lot of calories in order to be able to continue. Like I work,
absolutely.
One of my jobs, I work in the woods, just moving logs and stuff, right? So
that requires caloric content, calories, or the there's another measurement of calories, like calories.
Kilojoules.
Yeah. Basically, calories is just measuring what the food translates into energy for people.
Yeah. Well,
that is all calories is. Like, or rather,
yeah.
If you try to actually,
I was just saying we've actually went like 5 minutes over, but what I'm going to do real quick, what I'm going to do, no, that's fine. What I'm going to do is, because we didn't get to Q&A or tip session, we're going to go another 5 minutes and take questions from the chat room. So if you got questions for Anna, Kirish, if you want to ask the big fat bearded guy something, you can too. And then you probably ask him about his dick. He has a very large penis.
It is huge. It is comically large.
Yeah, it's actually going across all of our laps right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like what the fuck.
But if you got questions, please, and tips, I know I do have a tip, so I got to read the message. I got a $10 tip from Gage. Thank you, buddy. He says, well, he's a troll. He's trolling me. What kind of cigarettes do you smoke, pimp? People ask me that all the time. You know, it's like a troll question for me for some reason. Marlboros. That's what I'm smoking. Well, no, actually, no. I'm smoking Winston's right now. Winston's is what I'm smoking.
You're cheating on Marlboro? Oh my god.
Well, the store was out of the Marlboro special blends that I smoke. So Winston's a good cigarette. I like Winston, so I just bought them. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for the $10 tip. Please keep those tips coming for the next 5 minutes. If you have questions, please ask. Somebody, Gage said your teeth were on point, Kirish.
Thanks. Paid a lot of money to get them looking like this.
They are on point. And he also said turn the goddamn light on, Anna.
No.
Let's see. Kale can go to hell.
I look whiter than I actually am if I turn the light on. Like I'm not.
Vampire in the house.
Yeah, in the house. I don't know what you're talking about.
Vampire in the house.
A vampire in the house.
I'm super fucking pale. Yeah, that's the joke.
Suck the blood out of my penis. No.
I still can't believe you can't see my sunburn because it's painful.
No, you did a really good cover-up job, but you can't see a goddamn thing.
Clinique.
Foundation on fleek.
Clinique.
Nice.
Throw a little advertisement in there.
I do want to say that I do want to say that man, we had a good. This was a very good show. We had a really flowing conversation on the show. Didn't even read like news articles like I usually do and get to conversation. We just went through it, man. It was very good. Very, very. Had a lot of fun today. A lot of fun. Yeah. Good panel. Good panel, man. Tomorrow on the show, we've got D, also known as Ad Friendly as Fuck. We've got Frank from the Geek Room and Marshall Manson. Then Wednesday we've got Milwaukee Atheist, Landon, Noah, and Luna. And the 13th, I have no fucking clue. I need to get a hold of Soda and see if she wants to come on. You want to come back on Thursday, Gary Kirsch?
I'm supposed to go on Drunken Peasants on Thursday. I don't know what time that is.
That's at night.
It's probably the night.
Yeah,
the night is probably the night.
You're not going. No, you're not going on. You're going on the tap. You're going on the Ultra Perspective. Thursday night. That's the show you're going on Thursday. Not Drunken Peasants.
Oh.
I know this because I'm a host of the Ultra Perspective.
Oh, okay.
And you and Barbara I don't think Barbara's gonna make it though because she's having issues. But she may be on. We'll see. But
anytime you need anybody, just let me know because I'm usually free.
Okay, all right. So Thursday 13th, I'll be
here. All right. So she's gonna be here. There we go. We'll figure out who all gonna be here. But you're on the Ultra Perspective Thursday. I do know that. And that's
I was
fun.
I was the Drunken Peasants Twitter account that asked me.
Yeah, that'd be Ben.
Well, the Drunken Peasant Ben is Drunken Peasants, and he's also the Ultra Perspective. We started this show a while back. It's a good show. It's fun.
It's super fun. It's super fucking fun. I did it recently. It's so fun.
Well, if it's Thursday night, I'm definitely going to be drinking during. So.
Yeah. So Thursday morning, you can be on my show.
Yeah.
All right, and we're gonna try to get Soda, and maybe bring Anna back. We'll have another all vagina show for Pimpmunk. I love that.
Yeah, no, just hit me up. That's all I need.
Yeah, we'll get Luna on or something too. My little ebony goddess.
She is so cute.
She is beautiful, man.
I love her voice.
Yeah, her laugh is
Oh, it's infectious. She is adorable.
Yeah, she's fucking great, dude. And I'll tell you what, now tomorrow night I'm gonna be on Skep Talk Live show on Twitch. I will be when he gives me the link, I'll tweet it out and stuff, and yeah, so make sure you check that out. What are we gonna do?
Well, what we do is we go through the weird news of the last week. We're going to find things from all over the world. We're going to play Florida Man Bingo. We're going to take a look at change.org petitions that are really making a difference, which are not really actually making a difference. They are
all those sound absolutely hilarious.
It sounds like fun.
Everybody tune in for Skep Talk Live, episode number 76, featuring Pimpmunk X.
There you go. Also, I want to say this. What time?
It is at 7 p.m. PST. So it would be
9 p.m.
time.
That'd be 10 o'clock Eastern and 9 o'clock Central. So there you go.
That's too late for me.
No, it ain't too late for you, woman.
At night, I go to bed at 9.
Oh, well, damn, you're an old woman.
I have to get up at 5. So.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, before we end, I do want to Skep Talk here. I want to thank him because he is one of my $50 above patrons, and that's the reason. He's awesome. And he also yesterday, I want to put this out. I want to give him my personal thanks. This man gave me $100 on PayPal yesterday. So.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Aww.
So
you're gonna come be on my show. I'm gonna pay. Like we're professionals.
You don't have to pay me,
right?
But yeah,
already paid you.
But yeah, it was awesome. He's great, and I appreciate the patronage, man. I really do. I want to tell you about what Patreon has been fucking up lately for the last 2 months. There've been issues.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, everybody's been getting a little bit losing Patreons, but they're trying to work it out. They're not like YouTube. They are sending you messages and telling you, "Yeah, we're making a mistake." YouTube does not do that.
Yeah, no, Patreon at least emails you and tells you, like, hey, we might have some problems.
Yeah, they will. They did. They messaged me to be, look, we're fucking up a little bit here. Sorry. Basically. So at least they do. At least they communicate with you, and that's key.
Yeah, absolutely.
YouTube,
and if you send a message into Patreon, like, they respond to you.
Yeah, exactly. So but we still have that goal. Once we get to $1,000 a month on Patreon, we're going to do a 24-hour show.
Nice.
Yep.
And we're going to have I'm pretty sure all the people you see right now will be on at some point. And I know that Ben and Billy is coming on, Poison the Well guys, a bunch of people. I'm pretty sure I can get Bunty and Derek, which Derek's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your fucking life.
Oh, absolutely.
Seriously, he's one of those people, like I said about Frank from the Geek Room. If you don't like him, something's wrong with you.
Oh no, Derek is one of the sweetest individuals I have ever met.
And when I first met, I wasn't sure. Like I was like, because the first time we met at VidCon, I was like, I don't know. But then we got to a conversation, and I'm like, God damn, he's lovable.
I'm like, I have to text him. I miss him.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to next year's VidCon, man. I really am. I think me and Reactor he was on the show one time, and we were talking about maybe we're gonna rent a house together or something. So Kirsch, you need to get on that. We all need to rent a house together and party. Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you something. The good times at YouTube at VidCon was not at VidCon.
I still think you just all come to me.
Do what?
Hit up Jeff and Nick.
Yeah.
Hit up me when it becomes relevant.
Well, as soon as I find out, I think they released the dates in January, right? I think it's when they release when they give the information.
Dates, isn't it always the same?
No. Now the first time I ever went was in July.
Oh. Yeah,
so they changed it up.
I still think you guys should just come to Florida and stay with me because I haven't.
Yeah. Well, I may do that. I want to go back to Florida. I like Florida. I also want to do the Nashville trip next year, but anyway, we'll figure that out. But VidCon's going to be great. But you do have a lot of fun. Now, like I said, the inside of the convention's not that fun.
I didn't even pay for it this time. I only got I got the community pass so I could go on the premises, but I didn't even pay for any of the panels. I didn't get creator.
Yeah, I did get creator, but if you hang out there, if you hang out at the fountain,
Well, you need community to go to the fountain.
Yeah, exactly. You do.
Which in that case, like, why even bother doing that? Just go to California and hang out.
Well, yeah,
you can have way more fun outside of the
community. But you do
have,
go ahead.
You have a little bit of security if you do it that way as a YouTuber, because I don't remember who it was, but somebody's stalker showed up and security took them down.
Yeah.
So just by hanging out on the premises you have that little bit extra protection.
And you can also get to the bars over there, the hotel bars and stuff, and like we had fun.
I mean, they ended up closing up the Hilton, so we had to go to the Marriott. But
Marriott was nice though. The bars were we had a lot of fun, and like I said, one of the funnest stuff was the first night we was there. It was our little group had a fucking blast, dude. We were in a dive bar. It was me, Ben, Billy, Kirsch, Barbara, and somebody else showed up. I can't remember his name.
I don't remember his name either. I didn't know him.
He actually fought on the card with Logan Paul and him. He fought. I can't remember. I don't know if he won or lost, but he did fight on that guy. That was a white dude.
The guy
big
muscle was a white dude.
No, I don't know. I don't know who Scarce is.
You didn't know who Scarce is?
Oh,
it might be the guy that Scarce fought. What was his name?
I know who Scarce is. Like,
how do you not know who Scarce is?
I used to be subscribed to Scarce. Like,
I don't know who he is.
Scarce. John Scarce. He's like he's a
sweetheart.
Less offensive Keemstar.
Yeah, the sweeter version.
I do know who it is. I do know who he is. Yes,
he just lost a shit ton of weight.
Yeah, he was a chubby guy at one point, right? Yeah, okay, I do know it. But see, look, dude, I don't know a lot of people. Like the last night of the party when Jack Films or whatever his name is came up.
Yeah.
I didn't know who the fuck that was.
Really?
I didn't know. Look, it was
you were at the last party. Like you probably saw me and didn't even.
Well, I left early.
Only for a short time. You left
I was there. I left really early. I was there.
You pretty much left before everybody had their first rounds of drinks.
Yeah, I left really early.
Oh yeah, in that case, you got there before like Saints was even over then.
Yeah, well, Memory was there.
Memory was there, but the whole boy in the band group wasn't there yet.
Yeah, no, I've met him before. Though. He's pretty cool. But I didn't. I left. What it was, my friend Landon was there with me, and Landon was not having a good time. I think. So we left early, and plus I had to leave early that morning. The next one, I mean, like really early. So I just went back to the hotel and chilled. But yeah, a lot of shit happened. Fun that I didn't get into that night, but that's okay. I had a lot of fun through the week. It was a blast.
See, Landon only didn't have a good time because he wasn't talking to me.
Yeah, well, he had an okay time. He had a pretty good time. It's just I was kind of wanting to go too because I was kind of tired at that point. But anyway, when Jack's Films came in, everybody was running up to him, and Billy was standing there, and I was like, "Billy, who is that?" He said, "It's Jack's Films. Just act like you know who he is."
Well, Jack came in, and I saw Jack, and I said, like, I'm over here sitting by the bar next to a very emotional Lacey Green. Do I want to make sure she's okay, or do I want to go see Jack?
Yeah.
Wait, why? I didn't.
Everybody thought I was there. Everybody thought I was there with a transgender girl, but I wasn't. She was just hanging with me. She's cool though. Yeah, but it was cool. I went way over more than usually. We done 18 minutes. Let's go ahead and go the next 2 minutes and make it 12:20.
Ask some questions, people.
Yeah, I've been ignoring them, so they may have.
Yeah.
How do you prevent happy suicide? What?
Oh, because somebody said Happy Suicide Prevention Day.
Oh.
I guess
memory is pretty. Memory is pretty.
And super nice.
Yeah, she's super nice. Me and her had a really good conversation. Hey, dog. I love dogs.
I'm looking to adopt a puppy.
Oh, look at him.
He's cute.
Say something, Scout.
Yes.
There we go. Wait a minute. I'm gonna feature you because I want to see the pretty dog.
He is a border collie corgi.
Oh, look at him! That's a handsome dog right there, man. He's handsome.
He's a cutie.
He's 85 pounds. He's super heavy.
My Diesel would eat him alive. I can't hold Diesel like that. Diesel's too big. He's like 120 something pounds.
What kind of dog is Diesel?
Pit.
Ooh. I'm going to look at a Bulldogs Hound mix tomorrow. I might adopt him. His name is Tang. He's a puppy.
Cool. Diesel is what they call trigs. He has tri marks, and it makes him more expensive. He's a very expensive dog, but he's got Razor's Edge in him. That's a breed of pit. Razor's Edge. He's mostly Razor's Edge, and he's a beast.
Nice.
But I always say he looks like Tarzan, acts like Jane.
A lot of big dogs do.
Yeah, but now he's very protective of the family, especially my mom. The coolest thing before we go, I will tell this story. I've told it before, but my mom, when I was on one of my trips, and my mom fell, and she fell on the floor, and she couldn't get up. But my dog was trying to push her up, and he would run around the house barking, but nobody came. So what he did is he laid down beside her the whole time until she got up.
Dogs do that.
Yeah, dogs are fucking awesome. Cats suck.
My cats are awesome too.
No, your pussy's great, but your cats suck.
I'm teaching my kitten how to sit. He does it like half the time now.
I'm trying to teach women how to sit.
On your face.
Yeah, I love you. I love her. She's so much like me. Oh, another thing about that bar, when we were at that bar, everybody thought I was a fucking bouncer, dude.
Yeah, because you kind of acted like a little bit.
Yeah, but so we went back to another night. Me and Landon did, and like I was saying, there was an actual bouncer there. Then a black guy. He was so cool. But we started talking. People would walk up and hand me their IDs. It happened like 5 or 6 times.
No, not me. That guy.
Yeah, and the black guy he started laughing. He said, "Yeah, you fit the part." And I did. I mean, I walk like when I'm at a bar, I do stand like because that's what I did for a long time.
Right, you do. Yeah. You do have a bouncer aura.
Yeah, well, I was, and yeah. But anyways, guys, it was. Well, I'm waiting till she gets back before I ended. I wanted to have the whole. But it was actually today's show was one of the most flowing conversation shows that we've had. It was constant flow, great conversation. Didn't even need news articles or anything. We just talked and had a good fucking time. And I appreciate you guys, man. I want to give a special shout out to my girl, Raisin Girl in there. I tree you. You're awesome. That's our little thing. We say I tree you. It's a whole joke. Yeah, the reason it is because we went to the morning. We went to the Myrtle Beach last year for the pimp gathering, right? Well, this whole time there was this tree. Well, we thought it was a tree out in the back of the yard, and I told her I was going to fuck her underneath the tree. It was a joke, right? Me and her, no, we're just friends. But when we got there, the tree was like a fuck. It was a bush.
Oh.
And then we just started saying I tree you and stuff like that. It's just cute little friends. That's I actually took her on a date though. We went on a friend's date, and guess what? I paid. I opened doors for her.
Ooh.
I was being a sexist.
I want to go on a date like that. It's been a while. I've just been going to shitty dates.
Yeah. I was being a sexist. I was showing chivalry.
I want to go on a sexist date. Yeah. I'm jealous.
But we had a good time though. And I'm old fashioned like that. When I take a girl out, I pay. When I bought her drinks, that's what. But it was a friend's date, but it was still a date, and so I was, yeah.
See, and I will always offer to pay when I'm on a date, but actually the guy will pay.
She offered to pay, and I was like, no.
A lot of times I ended up paying my half because they were like, oh yeah, let's do that.
See, I just think that's shitty.
I feel like in a relationship it should be normal.
Yeah.
Both sides should pay when you're actually dating and you're in a committed relationship. But if you're just going out for the first few times, there should always be the little check dance. It should always be the guy reaching for it and the girl being like, no, I can do it. And then he should pay for it.
Yeah, I'm going to use an old fashioned word. When you're courting somebody, the guy's supposed to pay, I think. She said it was nice. There's nothing wrong with paying along as the won't try anything, take advantage. Yeah,
Yeah, you should never take advantage of a guy.
Yeah, no. And the guy
as a guy, you should always also not expect anything just because you paid for it.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. A guy shouldn't expect to get his dick sucked just because he bought her dinner. Right. But a chick shouldn't also take advantage of, a guy paying. I agree. But anyways, guys, we've had a great, like I said earlier, this was a great show, great conversation. It flowed really well. So this is a great panel. Make sure you catch tomorrow's Morning Wood. Make sure you catch tomorrow night Skep Talk Live. I'm going to be on there with this man right here. Tomorrow's going to massage my penis.
After we've been holding
the Twitch, but I mean, we won't be able to. It'll be off camera, right?
You have a co-host, right?
I have many co-hosts. I bring all sorts of panelists.
So I got to talk to people.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yep. Like I've got a doctor, and I've got a couple other guys who pretend to be professionals.
I'm gonna be like Rebs Young. I'm too big for this. Dude, honestly, I felt bad the way I went off on Rebs Young the other day, and when he was in my chat room. I don't usually do that, but he lied and said I stink.
What?
And everybody who's ever met me is like, Pimp smells good. Jeff was on there. He's like, I hugged Pimp like 5 times. He smelled good. And Rebs Young is he's an Ellen DeGeneres lookalike.
Why was he even in the chat room saying that?
Well, he didn't say it in the chat. He said it on DP. Well, he was a guest on DP. Everybody is proved that. Everybody, Billy and Ben was like, Pimp don't stink. Fucking Barbara, Billy and Ben was in a hotel with me all week. They know the fuck. Only time I stink is when I farted in the air conditioner to torture Billy.
I still think that's hilarious.
It was funny. He was sitting there. Billy was sitting there talking shit. And I just got up. I looked at him. I said, I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. I looked at Billy. I said, but one more thing. And I farted right in the air conditioner and then turned around and walked out. And I heard him, you son of a bitch.
I'm just glad I wasn't there, but I think it was funny.
Barbara was like, God damn. Yeah. But it was fun. But anyways, dude, it's a great show. I hate to end it because I like looking at Curse so much.
Aww, I'll be back.
I like looking at Anna too. Anna's here's the difference. Anna's one of them motherfuckers get in the bedroom with her. She's gonna beat your ass with a 10-foot dildo and just fuck you up, man. She's a bad bitch. I like that. I like bad bitches. But anyway, see you guys tomorrow. I may see you tonight. And remember, YouTube fucking sucks.
Oh, absolutely.
Goodbye. And